Are you ready?
And now, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yes,
Oh, it had to be done, guys. It had to be done. You know, everyone's requesting for you guys like to be back on here with me again. You know, the old chat shows and all that stuff. So yeah, Liverpool, you know, are signing players that we don't normally sign. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm shocked, bro. Shocked. Look at my shocked face, bro. Honestly, bro, I don't know what to say, bro. All them times I said all them bad things about FSG. FSG, please don't look at all the videos that I said bad things about you. Please, I was wrong. And now I'm sorry. Thank you, FSG.
Man. Hey, you see the picture?
FSG what?
The picture in my corner. You see it? Can you see the picture in the corner?
Oh, you got Richard Hughes, yeah? Richard Hughes, my guy.
Oh yeah. We love you, Richard. We do. I think I'll name my next son Richard Hughes, then Louis. You know?
No. We're going to
even if it's a girl, Richard. Still, Dad, why are you naming Richard? Yeah, done though. Yeah, so boys can stay away from you, and you know what?
I'm still gonna name my if I do have a child. Yeah, men are never too old to have children. Never too old.
Yeah.
I'm still going to name it Luis Garcia.
It's a wicked name, man. Sad name, wicked name.
Nah, listen, you don't know how much I rated that player, Luis Garcia. Loved that player.
Yeah, he was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, let me just welcome the chat, guys, before we start, man. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please go and subscribe to Uncle Rod's channel, of course, as well. And, you know, help us out with everything else, guys. Big up to, obviously, what's going on with the numbers, man? What?
Well, was it Abdul?
Yeah,
Abdullah, LSC. Yeah, with the Thundercat side.
Yeah, big up Abdullah. What is going on? Of course, Uncle Roz is on there. Yes, Ravi, you asked for it. We're back, bro. Like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Appreciate that, bro. Eric, I don't know.
Oh, no.
Just gone
what
mad.
Did he say? The crew dirty like Christian Aguilera? Did he say?
Aguilera, man said Aguilera.
Dirty like Christian Aguilera, you know.
Oh man, big up Eric, man. Big up, man. I don't know what's going on with the names, but it is what it is. Big up Scottish Bear as always, bro. Big up Steve. Steve's in the house as well. So obviously, guys, we're gonna do Liverpool discussions in here as always, but we're gonna also do, you know, general discussions about football as well, like talk about the old times as well as obviously the current times and all that stuff. And you know, Liverpool's in a good place at the moment. Obviously, we're signing some beaters. Let's just be honest. You know, what I mean, players we don't normally sign people. Let's just put it that way. And
we're spending money that we never thought we'd spend.
Money. And so give it to me, man. I haven't spoken to you for a while. Obviously, I always speak to Uncle Roz. Obviously, I have to say, oh yeah, there's the picture, Uncle Roz. Yes, your guys.
I'll make it bigger, man. It's a big OBS team.
Yeah, it looks like he's right there with you, Rod.
Yeah, man. It's all right. I'm a right time man, like my gun.
And we're gonna do the tactics as well. Anton wants to do some formations. He was saying with these new players. Hopefully, we're gonna get some more in.
Beautiful, bro.
I don't think the transfer is gonna end anytime soon, guys. Because from what we've heard, the club still has money to spend on you know, extra players to, you know, make the squad even greater than what it is for Champions League football as well as Premier League football. So we're all looking forward to it, man. Oh God! So give it to me, bro. What's going on, man?
Oh, bro. I don't know what to say. I'm tongue tied, bro. I'm tongue tied by FSG, bro. We're in a candy shop and we're spending. It's like, remember the back in the day, right, when you went to the shop with your mum and you picked out something. She's like, put that back. And then one day she turned around and said, "Look, no, get it." And you're like, you don't know what to do with yourself. Like, you got the powers. You're like, the powers are endless. Like, you know what I mean? Are you impressed
when like teams drop off? Huh? Are you impressed when teams are dropping off? Like, you know, with the WIRTZ deal, the way it went was like Man City went first, And then I think Bayern Munich went after that, and then we came in. I think Real Madrid was interested because Xabi Alonso's got to Real Madrid, of course. Were you impressed the way that Liverpool came in and said, we want that player? And then the player said, I want to go to Liverpool. And then they just dropped off. You know what I mean? Normally, when those type of teams go for players, we don't beat them immediately.
Bro, I was shocked. Out of all the teams, I know we won the Premier League in that, you know what I mean? But anyone watching Liverpool and the foundations of them, wouldn't think the ambitious kind of thing. They would think, these guys are funny and ambitious. And you know what? I'm a young player. Yeah. I feel like they need more players, and I don't think they will budge. Bro, the complete opposite happened, bro. I don't know what Slot said to mum, dad, and him. I don't know. They must have done some kind of voodoo, bro. But they got them, and all of them was all happy. Like they said, Liverpool's away. Like, you know what I'm saying? And what I loved about it, the whole thing, right, bro? Yeah. I loved how when it was finalized that Liverpool got the guy. Yeah. All the teams going for WIRTZ will say, no, we didn't even try and give him going for him. But Fabrizio Romano said, I confirm all the teams going for him, they tried and they said no. So all the other teams now are saying, no, we didn't try getting it. He goes, no, you all went for him. Don't lie.
It is.
And I feel like what's it called? Skeletor laughing. Remember Skeletor and He-Man?
You say like Castle of Grayskull settings.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. 100%. We need to get that meme. You see what about his jaw, just laughing.
Hey, listen. You know the best laugh was? Right? Dick Dastardly. He catch that again. Muttley. Remember Muttley?
Muttley. Dick Dastardly. Catch the pigeon. Catch the pigeon. Catch the pigeon. Yeah, man. Yeah,
what did you say? Like curses, like that.
Curses. Love it, bro. I love it. I'm Clyde 9, bro.
They don't make cartoons like they used to, you know.
No, they don't. These kids.
We used to race them, Anton, back then. We used to race them for cartoons, man.
Oh, bro. What? Race home?
Listen, I was still watching the Cartoon Network when I was only 30, you know.
Hey, no, they were still doing bits, bro. They were still doing bits, bro. Yeah. What's his name? That Johnny.
Bravo.
Johnny
Bravo's heavy. Don't rap with Johnny Bravo, you know. Anybody says a bad word about Johnny Bravo, I'm fighting them, you know. Johnny Bravo was a G, you know. Hey, mama.
G.
Yeah.
He was a G.
He looked at the little girl and goes, hey, mama.
Yeah, I don't know about the current cartoons, guys. I don't know how to watch it. I really don't understand.
No, they're dry, bro. They're dry. They got no characters. They got characters, but they got no characters, bro. Wow. Really and truly. And back to what we were saying, I'm just so happy, bro. I'm just over the moon.
So you look at that. Obviously, the players that's in. I don't know what KERKEZ hasn't been updated for something. Maybe it's me. Let me check, man. No, it's still not on there. So we know KERKEZ obviously arrived yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah. So yeah. So obviously we've got these players in. I feel like I can find everything. Even there's another player in as well today, isn't it? The goalkeeper or something like that.
Yeah, from Preston.
There you go. I think he's in there, but can't find him. There you go. There's everybody there. So these are the players we bought so far. Let me make it slightly smaller, maybe. Leave it at that, actually. So we've got Florian WIRTZ. Uncle Rod's, explain, mate. What have we got on our hands with this kid? Obviously, we're going to discuss it each.
We've literally got a generational talent. We've got a guy that can do practically everything. Do you know what I mean? You know, generational talent. And listen, this is what we've been sort of like waiting for, isn't it? This is what we've been waiting for. This is what we've been telling FSG to do. Go out and sign a generational talent. Do you know what I mean? And you won't be sorry. Now, what I like about this scenario is, as obviously Anton alluded to, a lot of these players have said they want to come to Liverpool. They want to come to Liverpool. From WIRTZ, to Frimpong to KERKEZ. Even like Frimpong said that they said that when he heard about like Liverpool interest, they told him about it because just get it done, just get it done. You know, like back in the day, right? Yeah, back in the day, and he tells them to do something, right? Yeah, and say, yeah, I get it, I'll do it, and they're still standing there. He said, so, what you still standing for?
Yeah, they always used to say that. Yeah,
yeah, getting out. And literally, that's what it was like. So, but getting to WIRTZ, yeah, this guy is such a generational talent. Do you know what I mean? And he's at a really good age, right? Really good age for us, and so we can have a lot of good success with him. And he's coming in, and what I like about him, right? He's coming in, and he's come to work, bro. He's come to work. He said he wants to win things. He goes, you're not like an idiot thing. He wants to win things.
No.
You know? So he's already got that winning mentality.
Winning mentality, bro.
Yeah, winning mentality.
He's tasted the league somewhere else. He's like, you know what, I need that. I want that
Now,
thing, man.
Along with other players in the squad like McAllister, that's already said what he wants to win this season, which is the Champions League. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Listen, we have got a generation talent there, and I'm gassed. I'm gassed because you know why I'm gassed as well? Because I honestly feel that we have not stopped there. We have not stopped there. There's more to come.
What about you, Anton? I know he's your type of player. You know what I mean? These are the type of players you always look at. We could see, obviously, 34 appearances last season, 31 appearances last season, 10 goals and 13 assists. Am I hearing an echo? Or is it just me, guys? Like, is there someone on?
No, it's me. I got my fan next to me. Like,
okay. It is hot. To be honest, it is hot.
It's Anton with his dodgy noses.
So as you can see, Anton, like 31 appearances, 10 goals, not bad for number 10, of course, and 13 assists last season. And you know, and I don't know if you guys know about it, he had an ACL injury, and what they said when he come back, he came back even better than when he left. Remember the ACL injury. So what? And I know you obviously. These are the type of players we grew up watching, you know, like Radio X, you know, and you know Totti's and Del Piero's and Hajis and all that stuff. Where do you see this boy? What obviously he before he signed, Slot did tell him where he's gonna play. He gave him the dream. He sold him the dream. Like you're gonna be a number 10 for us. You're gonna play as a number 10, not out wide all the time, all that stuff. What can he bring, Anton, that you know of this kid? Because I know you studied these.
What can he bring to the team? What? First of all, he's gonna bring a connection to everyone. You know, remember back in the day, right, when you called someone and someone connected you to someone, and you see all the films where there's someone's got a board and there's putting things in slots, and connect you, bro. Bro, he's gonna set up everyone, bro. He's gonna set up. I think he's gonna set up.
You're speaking about
bro, I won't be surprised if he set up Alisson. I won't be surprised if he set up Alisson for a goal. I kid you not. I'm not even joking, bro. This guy, honestly, is just constant, just problem for the other team. And he's very clever. You know, he can dribble, he can pass, he can use left or right.
Yeah.
With the passing, shoot. He knows when to shoot. He's not one of them ones like Soboslai. Even though we love Soboslai, but when we hesitate and shoot, he shoots when he sees daylight. Daylight, bro. Daylight. And he's German, so he's efficient. Like the German car, bro. Like all the German cars are efficient, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Technique.
Say it again, brother, for the people in the back. Say it again.
Dog technique.
That's it, brother. The Audi thing. You know what I'm saying? They're just alert, ready, bro. He's there, bro.
Yeah,
he's
man.
There. If he don't get goal, he's gonna set up, man. He's gonna set up a lot of goals, and he takes off the reins of Salah. Can you imagine taking off the reins of Salah and then putting him in? I mean, we used to say, right, we love players like him back in the day. I got a little. He reminds me a little bit, just a little bit, of Aymar.
Oh yeah,
Pablo Aymar.
Oh.
Yeah. Very.
And what a player he was.
I wonder about that.
Not a lot of frills, but he just get things done. You know what I'm saying? He'll do a little nutmeg when he needs to do a nutmeg, but when he had to get things done, he got things done, bro.
Yeah.
This guy took the number 10 off Riquelme, bro. Riquelme had to wear the number 8. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, you have to wear the number 8.
Riquelme is a good player, guys. Great player.
Riquelme is one of the best of all around, bro.
Underrated.
Yeah,
Underrated.
bro.
Very, very, very.
Settle for the 8. Settle for the 8 because my man was the 10. And Aymar, who's Aymar? Aymar's who's Messi's idol again? It's Aymar, isn't it?
Yeah.
Aymar's his first idol. Obviously Maradona is like everyone else. But Aymar's his number 1 idol.
Yeah.
Bro, I see Aymar, bro. I see Aymar. And the possibilities are endless, bro.
Do you know what it is about that Valencia team? I know I'm going to script a bit.
Yeah, please do.
That Valencia team had some G's in there. Aymar, Roberto Ayala, Pellegrino, Barang.
Baraja. Baller.
They had some ballers in that team, man. John Carew was in that team.
John Carew up front when he had Aymar behind him.
Yeah, that was just a team.
Anglomar. Anglomar. French brother who would just run all day.
Who was that left winger again? Who was the left winger, guys? Vicente, is it? What's his name?
Yeah, Vicente. Vicente was a left winger.
Yeah.
He was quality as well. Oh my God. No wonder they won the league twice, didn't they? They won the league twice, didn't it?
Bro, that's why David Silva was bad, you know.
David Silva.
That's why David Silva was. David Silva was young then.
Villa. Don't forget Villa as well. Villa.
Yeah. But he was at Zaragoza first.
Mm-hmm.
But David Villa was the side or left winger.
Mm-hmm.
Then he was bad because the ballers that he's seen play before him. You know that at Valencia. Them that you see Aymar and them man there. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Look how he turned out.
I'll tell you what. At one time, don't watch. Don't sleep on Valencia now, yeah. But at one time, Valencia in La Liga was untouchable, you know.
Yeah,
Rafa Benitez there, isn't it? The Rafa Benitez there.
Yeah. Even before, they had Hector Coupe.
Hector Coupe, yeah.
Lopez and Claudio Lopez.
Oh yeah, Claudio Lopez.
And Claudio Lopez, isn't it? That's what they had.
Yeah.
Because Hector Coupe, sorry to Cocosi, but Hector Coupe brought all those Argentinians, didn't he? He brought Aymar, Ayala, and then Mandy. He brought all their mans in. But what he did was stupid, right? He did one season with Valencia, then he went to Inter Milan.
And he's weird. He didn't need to go, bro.
He flopped. Well, sorry to go off track.
Yeah, there was a left back in it. There was like I said, who was the right back? The French one you said, Anton, earlier.
Anglomar.
And who was the left back? The Italian guy, Carbone. Is it Carbone or? What was
Carbone?
There was an actual. There was an Italian left back they used to have.
Yeah.
Algoma.
I'm trying to remember.
Yeah. I think it's Carbone. I'm sure it is. It has some great players.
The two centre back was Pellegrini and
Ayala.
Yeah, them two were the centre backs. That was like a brick wall. You couldn't get through there.
Great defender. He was small, but bro, he led. That was, when someone commands a defense, that was a command defense, bro. Mm-hmm. Brilliant defender.
Yeah, it's Carbone. Yeah, it is Carbone. I remember it was Carbone, man. He's a crazy left back, Italian left back. Yeah, Claudio Lopez, man. Goodness gracious me, man. Some of the players.
Yeah. I still stand by it, but that time I think that there was too many bad men everywhere. Like there was so many.
We used to watch
so many good teams.
Yeah, Deportivo, remember, man? Diego Tristan, the Fran, and
Jauminia.
That's
flipping
one of the most skillful Brazilians I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. I remember he was. I think he was one of the first ones to nutmeg the referee during the game. He nutmegged the ref, and then I think Rivaldo did it. Like these guys, and won the game playing, nutmeg the ref and carry on playing the game.
Eric has asked us a question. Big up Fozi question. Give me 3 worst defeats under club era.
Aston Villa.
Yeah, that was a horrendous.
Aston Villa.
Aston Villa, Aston Villa, Aston Villa.
7-1, 7-2 or something, wasn't it?
I will say Aston Villa. I will
If
say
we lost Man United or Everton, man, I'll take that too, man.
no. I would say Aston Villa, Man City.
Yeah, when Mane got sent off.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's
5-0.
5-0.
That was 5-0.
Mate, guys, I could hear an echo. I don't know if you guys can, man. There's an actual echo.
Is it echo? Is it not? So it's not the fan. Is it the fan or the echo?
No, just go out and come back in then. Let's see if it works, man.
Go on.
Yeah, Aston Villa, Man City. I can't think of that one. Can you?
Aston Villa, Man City. Who else can I say? Did we even? Yeah, Man United, didn't it? The cup when the Kwanzaa made that silly pass.
Oh, 4-2. It was 4-2 something.
Yeah, that's and then Harvey Elliott missed the ball and they went at the other end and scored with the Adama guy.
Was that 4-3? The 4-3 one?
I think it's 4-3. Yeah.
Yeah.
4-3.
No, I would have said the 4-2 one though. Remember the beat us in the cup 4-2 when we had Reece Williams and all them in defense.
That should be expected, isn't it? It's the games that you don't expect to lose. You know what I mean? Especially that game, we was battering them, and then all of a sudden at the end of the game, they beat us, innit? That was disappointing.
Yeah, I hate the Manx beating us,
I'm telling you, mate.
I'm not feeling that.
Let me get to the comments first. I don't want to read it. Yeah, of course, this one we said it. What did you say? Man City, of course, when we lost 5-0.
5-0.
7-0 against Aston Villa. 7-2.
7-3, wasn't it?
7-3, something like that. Yeah, and Man United game in the cup when they beat us in the FA Cup. Those are the worst three I've experienced on the club. There wasn't that many on the club, to be fair, guys. You know what I mean? The Champions League, you know, Adrian did that mistake. That was a horrendous defeat, to be fair, as well. I mean, when he made that pass, when the left side is empty, you know what I mean? It's just Robertson there. Just pass it to Robertson. Why are you passing in? Come on, bro. That's just dumb. Like, come on. Dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life, that is, man.
You weren't feeling that, no?
Nah, bro, but come on, though. Like, we're going to win the league that season. And we could have been in the final of the Champions League as well. Could have won both. Adrian just had, you know, those stupid moments, dumb moments, man.
Brain fart.
100%, man. Yeah, so that's the 3 games. Aston Villa away, Man United in the FA Cup, and what was the other one we said?
Aston Villa, Man City, and Man United.
Man City, that's it. Man City. Yeah, big up, guys. Please smash the likes, of course. Big up, Red for Life, my brother. Hopefully, I hope everything's well with you and family. Eric says, who was the worst transfer, Nunes or Karius or Adrian? I say Nunes because we spent a lot of money, 85 million, my brother. You know what I mean? Because Karius didn't cost us anything, neither did Adrian. You know what I mean? They both, we knew they were just, you know, with someone we take a shot at. You know what I mean? See, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But when you spend over 85 million on a striker that you want to score goals and nothing comes in return, you know what I mean? That's what happens. So, yeah, Nunes is the most disappointing signing, in my opinion, out of the 3 as well. Good questions, though. I like it, man. If we get Mark Gay here, would you be happy to play 3 at the back? Nope, I'm not going back to 3 at the back like back in the day. I'd rather, you know, just stick with the 4 because I've always said that, like, if you look at the Premier League era, how many teams won with 3 at the back? One team, and that's Chelsea with Conte. And then the next season they got found out and Conte got sacked. We invented 3 at the back with Roy Evans back in the day in the 90s. We had a great team, but it's easy to play against because if you double up in certain areas, the defense, you know, comes out of place and there's gaps open for the opponents and they score goals and win games that way. So that's what I'm trying to say in regards to the 3 at the back. I'm not saying completely get rid of it. Obviously, if things don't go according to plan in certain games, we probably could revert to, you know, 3 at the back as well. So what do you think about that?
I think what will happen, it will work in certain games. Certain games it will work in, you know what I mean? You can go for the 3 back, but don't be like a Brendan Rodgers where you literally depended on it. You know what I mean? When it wasn't working for you, you're still playing it. Do you know what I mean? That makes no sense. But I think in certain games you can say, right, you know, we'll go 3 at the back. You know what I mean? Because then you could put like in when you're defending, you could have 5 back. You know what I mean? You know. So yeah, it can work in certain games, but don't make it like a habit. You know what I mean? All the time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. I know what you mean. Like you could use it at certain moments. 100%. Anton, what do you think of this question, my brother? If we get Emma Gay here, would you be happy to play free at the back? We grew up on this as kids, me and Anton, so we know the Roy Evans days with Ruddock, Bab, and Scales and all that stuff. What do you think about that?
Foz, I think you're traumatized from the
he
free
killed
at the
me,
back.
man.
You're traumatized. We've got to move forward. The free at back can work. And the formation would be crazy, bro. It would be great. It would be great. I think it'd be obviously Mark Gay and VVD, but I saw something the other day. I can't remember it was on some tactician. He put Gravenberg as like a sweeper coming through, like, you know what I mean. He can move everywhere, but he cut mostly through the center, and it looked good, man. And then KERKEZ and Frimpong were wing backs. It looked cold. It did look cold. It did, and everyone could play. Like, I felt like in it. I think Soboslai was still in it as well. Yeah, and Luis Diaz was in it, and it looked cold, bro. But yeah, I think it could work. It could work. It could work. Okay. Yeah, I think it could. Yeah,
bring the guys. If you want to chat, bring it up. We're gonna obviously reply to it. So go for it, man. Fozi, I need Undertaker theme for the Scottish game. Okay, bro, I'll do it for you because you're the man, innit? You help me out, man. Rest in peace. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's the best wrestler in my opinion in my life. So,
best wrestler. He was cold though. You have to admit, he was sick.
Shawn Michaels is probably the greatest wrestler that I've ever seen.
Shawn Michaels is probably. You know what?
He's good at being baddie. He's good at being a good guy as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Ultimate Warrior was probably my favorite.
The
Macho Man. Oh yeah.
Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh yeah. Mr. B says, Fozi, I think Robbo will stay and maybe he accepts to be backup. I told you, KERKEZ said he will learn from Robbo and
see what he said. That was such a nice thing he said, isn't it? Yeah, about Robertson.
Yeah. Listen, I never said like I don't want Robertson to stay. I said Robertson's that type of person that's not gonna sit on the bench. You know what I mean? At this age, especially World Cup year coming up as well, and he's the captain of Scotland. So if they could share the games around, I don't mind that. While
and you're forgetting he's Scottish. Yeah, he's Scottish. Okay, he's Scottish.
We've never won the league without a Scotsman, man. So let's continue that trend. Yeah. Okay, you might have won that, Mr. B. You might have beat me on that one. Let's see. I just saw new, bro. I just saw new, bro. I can see. What's this? Foresight. Oh, you're talking about Steve. Okay, sorry about that. Anton, this is for you. Anton, they are making the He-Man cartoon into a film.
I know.
Is this true? Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen the cast, but the cast is not no one that we know.
That's what in the movie anyway with Dolph Lundgren.
Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah, that's what. I've seen the movie.
Oh, the power.
Yeah, man. What's happening with Nunes to Napoli? Is the deal happening? It should happen because he's already like doing blue and white balloons nowadays. So I'm hoping it's gonna happen.
Guys, honestly, I will sacrifice the chicken. I will sacrifice the chicken for him to leave. Honestly, I would walk to Liverpool and take a cab and say, "Can you get in the cab? I'll take you to the airport, bro. Please go, please. I'll give him £10 of my money as well, just in case he need it, and say, please go on your way. Thank you."
We brought up Nunes again, man. We brought up Nunes again.
I know. We said we were going to do it, but I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. It just hurts so much.
Yeah. Sacrifice someone, man. Nunes, isn't it? Daryl says, big up, Daryl, brother. Big up, bro. Big up Norm, Fozi Vote, and the evening chat, of course, bro. We're all here today. You guys wanted this. We're back. Big up Mr. Bajan Barnes. Big up Mr. Lee. I saw your stream earlier, man.
Mr. B, Bajan.
Wicked stream earlier, man. Wicked stream. Have you guys seen this? Like about Tom Warner. But finally, our chairman can speak, guys. Like, it's kind of weird. I mean, he said,
Whoa.
Liverpool chairman, Tom Warner speaking to the Liverpool Echo. It is an exciting time right now, but we wake up every day, and I keep using the word relentless. So we want to win more trophies. About time, you know what I mean? We've been waiting for you for ages.
Yeah. Where you been, player? Where you been,
brother?
We
don't
player?
Appreciate what we have done. We are hungry. Yeah, you buying Hungarian players, mate. That's true. We are hungry to be more successful. And what is exciting is that the league is tremendously competitive, and we think it will be a challenging season. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Anton and Uncle Ross, you know, Tom Warner finally coming out and saying things like this. We want to win trophies and that.
About time he got his act together. I mean, no, seriously, it's about time he sort of like, you know, come out and talk the thing that we needed him to talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I think, and that's why I think it's like they're trying to do a new era now. And to be fair, it couldn't have come any sooner. Do you know what I mean? No, for real, man. Because you see what it is like, you know. For years, and we've been trying to scream at him, say, "Look, do something, man."
Yeah,
these teams are taking us over now. There's
of course,
right. The second opportunity has come around now for us to dominate. So I think they're taking it. So it was only a matter of time before Werner come out and said, "Well, you know what he said." Do you understand what I'm getting at? Yeah. I'm happy. I'm happy about it.
Where are you, Anton?
Bro, honestly, I thought man was in a coma and he woke up the other day. Honestly, thought man was in a coma, bro. I was like, where?
Never forget. You don't hear him speaking nothing. Yeah, it's true, man.
Nothing, bro. Nothing. And then he woke up from the coma and then he's chatting now. Like, wow, where have you been, bro? But then again, man was in a coma. So if man was in a coma for like 5 years, you're not going to hear nothing. But man, I'm happy that he's here. I'm happy that we're talking, you know, and we look like we're moving forward, you know what I'm saying? That's all I can say, you know what I mean, Rod?
Yeah, it's true. My man said Rod has got Scottish beer next to him.
Oh my God.
That picture there looks serious though, doesn't it? It looks serious.
It does.
It's serious,
I'm looking at KERKEZ, guys. You know, KERKEZ, like when you look at him as a defender, he's just a typical Liverpool player, you know. Last season, you know, was linked with him throughout the season. I was wondering why people are talking about KERKEZ.
True.
And then you look at him, and it just reminds you of a younger version of Robertson, but more aggressive. You know what I mean? He loves to defend. He loves the challenge. He loves to, when players come up against him with skills, he loves that. You know what I mean? And that's what
he loves the challenge. He loves the challenge.
And he can finish as well, you know. Like
I feel like he's
a striker or something. I've heard.
To be honest, I'm going to go put a foot out there. I think he's a better footballer than Robertson. To be honest, Robertson don't get rid of cross and things and up and down. Yeah. But I feel like when Robertson got into certain areas, he get a nosebleed and blast the ball over or do something stupid. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think he's better technically under his feet as well, and he can shoot with his right foot. I see him come and shoot with his right foot before, and he does little step overs to beat the man to get a shot off. Yeah. And I don't see Robertson ever doing that. So yeah, I feel like he's more technical than him.
I like him. I really like. What about you, Uncle Ross? What do you think of him?
KERKEZ, he's a beast. He's a beast. This man's a beast, man. Listen, you know, some like real Hungarian, so like beastery. You know what I mean?
Played all 38 games last season, scored 2 goals, 6 assists as well. You saw some of his crosses last season. Oh, right on the money as well.
The one against Tottenham was absolutely phenomenal.
Goodness gracious me. That
bro, the player didn't have to break his stride.
How deep he was as well, guys. How deep he was, he crossed that from.
Yeah, the player, sorry to cut you, Rods. Yeah. He didn't even break his stride, the player. He didn't even have to break his stride. You know, sometimes it's true. Sometimes bro, it was a delivery from UPS.
Don't say that. A punch up
It
for
was
that.
done. And it was like delivery. UPS or Amazon, the best one you can ever get. Like you pay extra
That's UPS,
kind of
UPS
thing.
still.
It was clean. Not the stride didn't break. It just carried on running, same speed, bam. All he had to do is bro, he could have scored it with his eye. It was so accurate, he could have scored it with his eye.
Stop there.
Yeah.
He's so accurate, the wind would have took it in the goal.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you.
What a player, man.
Beautiful.
40, like is the like asking like price for him fair, guys? Like 45 million. We bought it for 40. Obviously, we cut down from 5 million. In the current market, is that fair? Do you think, or is it too much for a left back?
That's fair. You can't say fair enough.
No, not in this current market. Yeah, that's like let's say 15, 20 million back in the day. Not 20 million, but about 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
So he's like you said, Fozi. How many games did he miss? Did he miss any games?
No, it says 38. The Prisoners in
38 games, bro. That's brilliant, man. Touch wood, he doesn't get no injury in us, and he does the same thing for us, bro. I thought it's gonna be great for us, man. His guy is already there already. Hungarian brother there. Yeah, man. I'm happy, bro.
You know, like these kind of things that Anton.
What is the capital of Hungary?
Budapest, you know?
Budapest,
starving.
Huh? What's
it's
that?
Starving.
Oh, jeez. Any Hungarians in the chat? I'm so sorry.
Sorry about that, guys.
So
sorry, man.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Our friend is not racist. He's not racist. I promise he's not racist. He's having a little joke.
It's true, though, isn't it?
Big up Hungry.
That's an old time joke, you know. There used to be this program on years ago. This is what I'm saying. That when I grew up with certain programs that never got shown again, and there was a podcast about it the other day as well. Things like Get Up, Stand Up.
Oh, jeez.
You know, New Faces, and one of them was called Empire Road, which was on BBC One, and it was the beginning of the 80s, right? Like 80, 81, something like that. Something like that at the time. And they used to have the guy that was in Desmond, the guy Desmond's was in there. He was there, and he's sent around. He was sent around obviously the Caribbean community in Handsworth and the Pakistani community in Handsworth as well. Do you know what I mean? Sent around that and what he was going through, and he made that joke. He said to his wife because he said to his wife because what's the capital of Hungary? And she goes, I don't know. He goes like starving, and this starts killing it. Do you know what I mean? You know, and I always remember that. But the program itself, was way ahead of its time.
Yeah,
because he had a program. Because listen, this was tail end, just after the 70s, and you're practically in the early 80s, and there was never any programs on TV really at that time that that as Black Caribbeans you could relate to.
Cool.
Do you know what I mean? You could actually relate to. There wasn't any. Do you know what I mean? They had things like Babylon was on, but that was a film that was on once in a while. Do you know what I mean?
That Rising Dap was racist as well.
No, Rising Dap
was racist, but it's funny.
No, but Rising Dap wasn't that bad. He wasn't that.
Yeah,
that bad. He wasn't racist. You know what I mean? It's, considering some of the progress that they did have on in that time.
Yeah, true.
That you could say were racist. You know what I mean? Because like the black guy in there, he's from I can't remember what Caribbean island he's from, but he played like a Nigerian student. Do you know what I mean? Now that program alone, they made his career.
Yeah.
He went clear after that. He made his career. Do you know what I mean?
Good.
Because he had him. I forget his name, but he had him, and he had Richard Beckinsale. Remember?
Yeah.
Richard Beckinsale was in there, and he's got 2 daughters as well, isn't he? One that acts and that. Well, 2 of them act actually, and then Leonard Rossiter. Leonard
Yeah,
Rossiter was the guy who played the
Yeah,
man.
Kate Beckinsale's dad, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he died pretty young as well.
Yeah.
He was late 30s when he died of a heart attack. Do you know what I mean? And so, you know, they had Leonard Rossiter, which was at that time, he was good. He was really good at that time there. And it was literally just sort of like, it was an idea that people had that made they made a comedy out of a slum landlord, you know what I mean? Because he was like a slum landlord, wasn't he? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was good. I enjoyed watching it. It was really good. But like, you know, considering to what programs were on that time, which you could call racist, do you know what I mean? Like,
we don't name them.
mixed blessings. Yeah, mixed blessings. Yeah, mixed blessings, which was dealt with a situation of like, the white guy that was married to a black woman. Do you know what I mean? And it was like the racial divide and stuff like that. The father, and they was literally an old racist. Do you know what I mean? And he used to tell a lot of racist jokes. People used to laugh. Do you know what I mean? And so there were programs back in that time that you can probably say, yeah, but Rising Damp wasn't one of them. You know what I mean? Wasn't one of them. It was actually quite funny, to be honest. You know what I mean?
It was.
It was quite funny. But yeah, they don't make good comedies anymore.
Remember the two Ronnies?
Yeah, the
two
two we were speaking about earlier, me and Uncle Rose.
Yeah, wasn't it? We were speaking that today. The two Ronnies were sick.
Bro,
that was sick, bro. You know what I liked, Anton? You know what I liked, yeah? Just tell you what I liked, right? You know the small one, Ronnie Corbett, yeah?
Yeah.
This is what I was explaining to, obviously, Fozi earlier on. I loved when he had that section, when he sat down and he told that story. He was telling a story at the end of the day, and there was a massive punchline at the end, didn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he was telling little jokes in between like, the story. Do you know what I mean? Like, at certain times you thought, what's he on about? Then you got it. Then you got it and you just started killing it. That was two Ronnies. And
them man were improv kings, man. Improv, man.
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
Improv kings, bro.
He did
especially the bigger one. He used to drop lines and then
you just speak about
the smaller one would laugh his head off.
Yeah. You used to open all hours, isn't it, and all that stuff as well.
Yeah.
But do you know the big one? He used to write a lot of the stuff.
I know that. Yeah,
he used to write all the stuff. Do you know what I mean? Because remember, he did Porridge as well.
God rest his soul.
Don't forget, like David Jason looked up to him, didn't he? From Only the Horses.
Yeah.
There you go, man.
That's what he learned for. The two Ronnies, that Ronnie Barker, he was singing it. He was talented to the hills.
Man.
Yeah, he was
very talented. Do you know what I mean? And the thing is about what I'm trying to say is that you don't get those characters anymore.
Nah, man.
Who else? Benny Hill. Benny Hill was
Benny Hill. Another guy. But the only problem with Benny Hill was the stuff that he was doing was all right for the time. But when you moved more into the 80s, you couldn't do that anymore.
No,
you're right. So he was behind the times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, I felt sorry for him because he's very talented. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he was.
There's nothing like that anymore. It's just nothing like that. Remember Beatles about? Remember that?
Yeah.
Things like that. There's nothing like that anymore.
There's nothing like that.
Watch out, Beatles about. You better watch out.
Seriously. Do you know what I mean? You had people at the day that sort of like, when back in them days, like Les Dawson. Les Dawson's a G. I don't care anything.
Man, come on.
Les Dawson's a G. Listen, that guy. That guy. Oh my God.
We're going back.
No, I felt sorry for him.
Back in time.
What he was married. He was married and had his kids and all. He had kids and all that, but his wife died, didn't it? And really and truly, he was really in love with his wife. Do you know what I mean? Really in love with his wife. And then he took up with somebody else. Yeah, it wasn't because like he loved that person. It was companionship. He was lonely. You know what I mean? And she cheated him out. You know what I mean? She didn't mug him off.
No.
I just felt sorry for the fact that the day he lost his wife so early,
Yeah.
and you can tell at the day that like, yo, it's all about him and his wife. You know what I mean, and his kids as well. You know what I mean? He adored his kids and stuff. And same with that guy, Norman Winston. Norman Winston was like that. Norman Winston, he adored his kids. He had literally adored his kids. Because what it was, when his wife left him, he was out in America and he had a chance to sort of like stay out in America and become really famous. He said, "No, I'm bun that, man. I'll come back to England."
My kids, man.
Yeah, for a kid, he said, "Bun that." You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
You know,
I miss those days, man. I really miss those old days.
you know, he literally, Bob Monkhouse is another one.
Yeah.
Bob Monkhouse at the day can make a joke out.
Bob Monkhouse. Jeez, we're going in.
Listen, let me tell you something about Bob Monkhouse, right? He did this panel show, right? And they had all these young comedians, yeah? And he had about 20 or 30 years on these young comedians, yeah? Right? And what it is at the day, you know, the theme of the show was at the day is making jokes. And you had to make a joke at anything. If they gave you something, they gave you some like ridiculous word, and you had to make a joke out of it. Listen, he was whopping them left, right, and center. He was whopping these young comedians, whopping them left, right, and center, just on and on and on and on. He was just like, he was so good at his craft, it's unbelievable. Do you know what I mean? And he was another one that he had a child, with, I think it was his first marriage, I think. And the child was like disabled. You know what I mean? And I think what happened is like the wife, I think, don't quote me, wife wanted to put the child in a home or something like that. The man, you know what the man said? The man said, bun that. He's not putting a child
That's
in.
a real human being, isn't it?
That's my pick-me, bro. That's my pick-me, yeah, man.
Yeah.
I love talking about the series. We're going to continue, but let's get to the chat as well. Yeah, let's help.
Yeah. Sorry, man. We just got carried away there. You know what I mean?
I love the chat, you know what I mean? Because we know what you're talking about because we used to watch these people ones. You know, there's O'Connor. We always thought he was black, but he was never.
There's O'Connor.
There's O'Connor.
You know, tell us.
Oh, nice to see you.
That's Bruce Forsyth.
That's Bruce Forsyth.
Nice, I know.
Yeah.
There's a Connor today. So just a quick one. There's a Connor. Literally put Lenny Henry's career on the map. You know. Seriously, he was a stand-up guy.
Wicked guy, man. Steve says Hugh's starting to sell the Deadwood next 2 weeks, i.e. Gomez, Robbo, Tsimikas, Elliott, Chiesa, Nunes, and Joe. A couple of those people, mate.
What about Kwanzaa?
Robbo and Gomez. I mean,
Kwanzaa's gone.
Has he gone already?
Gone to Leverkusen.
Yeah, it's gone Leverkusen.
I feel sorry for Chiesa, guys.
Is he on loan then, yeah?
Nah.
No, it's gone for permanent. We've got buyback clause, bro. We've got buyback clause. You know what I mean? Do you guys see that weasel over there on the picture there? What's his name? Pep Linders. With Pep Guardiola. Right there.
Yeah.
Snake, man. Snake, man.
I love that,
bro.
You know?
Bro. Yeah, he's a weasel. He looks like a weasel with his nose as well. Looks like a weasel.
Yeah.
Oh man.
In there, batty all.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, it's definitely that too. Yeah, let me go to the next one before I continue. This is from Norm. 2 centre halves we will need now with Kwanzaa going. Do you guys agree with that one?
No.
What?
I think Mark Gay would be enough, as long as Kanate stays. If Kanate goes, then they can get 2 centre backs. You know what I mean? Because as I was saying earlier on on Footy React show,
yeah,
all they have to do it and they for sort of like the Kwanzaa cover is just bring up something else from the academy. Do you know what I mean? It's not as if at the day sort of like Kwanzaa was, you know, I played first team football for about 3 to 4 or 5 years. You know what I mean? It wasn't like that. So all they have to do is in the day is just bring up another youth for the academy to cover him, really. And there's quite a few kids in the academy, that are showing very good quality, like Naldo and so on. So I just think we get one. Obviously, if Kanate does decide to leave, we can say, all right, then you know what, worth getting another sort
I
of.
want to ask you guys a question about Konate in regards to that. But Anton, you can finish this one also for
Go on.
this question, of course. What do you think of it? Do you agree with Uncle Rod's? Like,
What's that?
we just need Gahey instead of like getting 2 centre backs. Norman's asking a question here.
You know, because it's a long season and squad depth, I would say one more, as well as Gahey. If Konate goes,
Yeah.
yes. If Konate, only for Konate.
Because Gomez said he wants to stay now. Gomez doesn't want to leave now. He wants to stay now.
No.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I'm all right. All right. I'm up with that. I'm up with that. Yeah. Konate, go on. You're not worth 200,000, bro. Sorry, you're not worth 200,000 for me. I'm sorry.
You know, and in the current market, yeah, I wouldn't mind giving him 200,000 a week because he's won the Premier League in it with us, and he's won obviously the FA Cup and the League Cup and all that stuff. Yeah. But the thing is, I understand where Liverpool's coming from as well. The guy, the only time he's been fully fit his entire career at Liverpool is last season. I mean, that's the only time he done, you know, a lot of games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Before that, he was hardly available. Every time someone touches him, he was injured for about 7 months. You know what I mean? So this is why I understand where Liverpool's coming from, not hesitant about the 200k a week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just go down, bro. Like, you start with 200k, just keep going. Like, go below that. Go below that until you know you're all satisfied. That's what I say. Right?
Well, 199 or.
You always start with the highest, isn't it, Anne? You always start with the highest bid, then you just go down from there.
But you can say this, yeah. I mean, what it is, again, what I was discussing on a show earlier on today, is that with this new regime as such, and obviously Arne's not coming in. What is the way that they do the training? It's changed. It's not so intense like it was on the clock.
Oh hell no.
Right. So that's actually enabled us to get a full season out of Jota. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's why I couldn't understand if they wanted to keep Jota, because they think themselves, look, the training has changed. It's not intense. Do you know what I mean? And look, we got a season out of sort of like Jota. Yeah. Now I think as well, to be fair, I think that probably applies to Konate as well, because the training is less intense. That's why we got a good season out of him. Yeah. So the training is going to stay the same going to next season. So what we should do really is get another good season out of him. So I can understand him sort of like asking for 200 grand. Yeah. Right. Because at the moment he's on 70 grand. Which only sounds a lot to us, but when you look at it and look what sort of like he's accomplished with Liverpool, right? You're gonna think to yourself, well, really, he should be at least on 120 grand a week. You know what I mean? At least. Do you know what I mean? So I can understand that. Do you know what I mean? Again, you know what I mean? You look at someone like Luis Diaz. He's on 55 grand a week. Do you know what I mean? So you can understand their frustrations. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is this: what I said to Fozi last week, and that, right? What it is, you've got to have people around you that's got the power of negotiation. You can't have people going in high and saying, "Well, look, that's my number. If we don't get that right, you know what I mean? You know, so that we get that, or he goes on a free." You can't have that. You got to be able to.
This is what I've been hearing as well, Uncle. Let me add on to that what you just said. Like, a lot of the streamers have been saying this as well. Like, I'd rather just keep Konate to the end of the season when his contract runs out next season. If we win the Premier League, you know, he could go for free. Do you guys prefer that, or do you guys prefer we get money for him right now while we can? Because what I say is, like, a lot of people agree with that idea. If we win the Premier League, just let him go. But what people don't understand at the same time is Liverpool. You know, we don't generate money like other teams, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? So, say next summer comes, we got no money to spend. Then what are we going to be looking at? We don't look like idiots. So, think about it that way. Remember, what our club is sell to buy. That's what we've always been. Yes, this summer we're spending a lot of money because we haven't spent
don't get used to
the last few summers. If you're going to bring in the summer of, you know, the likes of Suarez, Soboslai, Endo, Gravenberch, and McAllister, if you're talking about that summer, That summer we're forgetting, like we sold a lot of players and the money came back in, and then we bought these players. So we really been saving for a while. That's why we're spending the money that we are spending this season, of course. So I worry about that. It's a good idea, you know what I mean? Win the Premier League and then he could go for free. I like that idea if we can spend after that. You know what I mean? So you just got to be careful with things like this, because I see a lot of streamers, Anton, agreeing with the things like that. What do you think of that, bro?
True. I think I'm with you on that one, you know, bro. I really think I'm with you on that one. I think you're completely right and spot on, man. So
yeah, no worries, Uncle. Yeah. That's why I keep thinking. Like, you could think about, win the Premier League and you could go for free and all that, but you got to think about, the financial side as well. And this is a very, important player to the team at the same time as well, that can win you titles. You know what I mean? With his defensive play. You know what I mean? Him and Van Dijk probably are the best pair in the world last season. The way they played in the team. It's just when Konate got injured, we started falling a little bit. If you know what I mean, the quality just disappeared a little bit. When we came back, we've took off again, and we won the league after that. So, that's what worries me anyway. I don't think people look at the financial side. They think, oh, we win the league, we'll get money anyway. It's okay, let him go. Don't work like that. But yeah, big up Norm for that, man. Appreciate that, brother. Lorenzo Pinero, who's that? Pinero. Is the next great Argentinian player. He is 17. Who does he play for, Anton? Do you know him?
Who?
This kid. Lisandro Pinero.
Pinero. Oh.
Yeah.
No. Argentinian, yeah.
I'll look out for him. I'll check him out later on.
What team does he play for? Do you know?
I have no idea.
Is it a player plays there or no? It's not.
We'll check him out. We'll check him out.
Okay.
It's Daryl, of course. On the Fab. Listen, we're gonna do that. Don't worry, the channel's picking up now, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna get everyone on here. Don't worry about that. We're gonna do that, my brother. What are you saying? United offered 62 million for Mbuemo, got turned down. Watch they pay 70 million for a guy with 1 year left. United dead standing up. Yeah, they are shit, man. Let's just be honest. They are deep in the mud. When you're going for Mbuemo for that much money, there's something wrong with your football club. Let me just put it that way.
Yeah.
Like, he ain't worth that money. I'm sorry. Like Brentford to Man United. And not only that, let me ask you a question, Anton. Man United player was free at the back, right?
Yeah.
Where's he going to play? On the right hand side as a wing back? Like,
what is who?
Mbuemo. Where's he going to play? He's a winger. They don't even play with wingers.
Mbuemo is they'll play a diamond kind of thing. So 3 at the back, 2 midfield, 2 wing backs. And I think
one in a free roll, one as a striker.
Yeah, or they might do it as a diamond, so it'd be 2 10s and 1 striker kind of thing.
So where is he gonna fit in?
Who? Mbuemo.
Yeah,
he could be on the right hand side of that diamond.
I don't know. It's a weird thing they're going with, man. I don't think Amorim is gonna stay for long. To be fair, man.
No, I want him to stay forever because he's don't budge. I love that. So and they keep losing, so I love it. So please, I want him to stay.
Bring the chat up, everybody. Yeah, we're gonna keep going with you guys. Yeah, appreciate the chat, guys. Obviously, we're gonna speak about Frimpong next. We spoke about obviously WIRTZ. We spoke about KERKEZ. Frimpong is next. So the Fab Three. We're gonna speak about the last one.
Hold on. Was this Chelsea trying to go for Harvey Elliott? Yeah. Ooh.
Chelsea.
Yeah.
Where you see that?
Going for, agenda.
And for the agenda.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, man.
15 minutes ago.
Nah, not for me. He's not going to go there anyway. Yes, yeah. Let's see.
Plus, the enemies of Fulham as well, so that'll be crazy right now.
Scottish Bear says we need to sell Konate if he's not signing a new contract, and the club need to take a stand. If Konate does a Trent, other players will follow. Spot on, bro. You know what? Scottish Bear, you just killed that conversation, bro. Yeah. People don't think about that. You know what I mean? Because everybody's thinking about winning the league next season, forgetting, you know, the more this it's already happened. You know what I mean? Think about it this way, Scottish Bear. It's already happened with Trent. You know what I mean? So Now Konate is going to do the same thing, and after that, who is going to be next? Then who's going to be next after that? You know what I mean? So players watch these kind of things. It's, when they do things like this, it's about self-interest. It's nothing to do with the football club they're going to or the football club they're leaving. It's about what goes in their pocket and their family's pocket. So if we're gonna have this issue every season with players that running down their contracts, going to Real Madrid, then we're gonna be, you know, in a shit. Let's just be honest. We're gonna struggle with that. So you're spot on, Scottish Bear, bro. That is. What do you think about that, Anton? What you just said?
Yeah, it's again spot on, man. Yeah, if they, you know, they feel like, you know, if they can do it, like Trent will be the first one, he'll be the second one, and they're like, you know, we all could do it. No, don't forget that shit. Forget that now. I want that nonsense there, bro.
Yeah, man.
And then all of a sudden, Real Madrid got a good team, and it's all from there. And they go and win title. I'll be absolutely livid.
Exactly, mate. Yeah, I'm just welcoming people in. Big up, of course, Football Talk podcast. Ozzy, big up, bro, man. Big up, my bro. Big up, Zero. Big up, my friend. If we can't get Isak spent on KERKEZ and Eze.
KERKEZ.
Would you? KERKEZ, isn't it? That has a KERKEZ.
KERKEZ, yeah.
KERKEZ, yeah. What do you think about that idea from Zero, bro?
Who?
The idea, if we can't get Isak, spend the money on KERKEZ and
KERKEZ looks all right, you know, but you know, when people say about he flopped, he was there, Brighton don't really miss a trick, Martin always do well. Yeah. Not every time things work out for the player first time, you know. Yeah. As we should know with Salah. Look, it didn't work out for the first time he went Premier League.
Yeah.
He went off, done his trade, and come back. Look, one of the best has ever been in the Premier League. So it could work out for KERKEZ. It could work out. You never know. But it looks like more likely. The other day, what's his name? Rory Jennings. Oh, brother, this brother said, I can't believe. I'm thinking this guy is drinking the job.
You actually think he's a football person, Anton?
Bro, no, he's not. He's an actor. He was an actor.
Do you actually think he's a football person? When I listen to that Rory guy, he's like a geek. That, you know, you remember that?
Like we talked about before.
Yeah, well, we had those people who never interested in football. All of a sudden, they show interest. They never played the game, but they show interest. That's how he looks to me when I listen to him. That girl's name.
Schoolboy geek, man.
Exactly.
Schoolboy. When they was picking the teams, my man was on the side. Oh, can someone? I want to play. No, you just stay there. Or if the goalkeeper was sick, you go and goal. You know what I mean? They blasted his face. Yeah, 100%.
What it reminds me of, mate. Right?
What did he say? What did he say the other day? He said, Darwin Núñez is a better footballer than KERKEZ. I was like, wow, are you starting already? And starting again. You even see my man is a better footballer than KERKEZ. I was like, wow.
That is scary, you know what I mean? When you listen to people like that's got big, you know, platforms, that's a scary thing, you know.
Like, he goes on Sky.
I remember people that don't know anything about football at all.
Bro, some of them, most of these guys, is all about English football, right?
Yeah.
And he's number one for them. I remember when he said about Haaland, he's coming from the German league. What's he going to do? He's not going to score goals. Bro, he got embarrassed. That's the first thing everyone keeps bringing up. When he brings up nonsense, he said, you said, remember you said about Haaland? I'm sure his mum even mentions Haaland. Remember you mentioned Haaland, son? Mum, why you got to keep bringing it up? You know what I mean? Because he said he will never score goals, and the guy scored 49 goals.
Look at that.
It's coming from the Farmers League. That typical mentality of, England, best English league, and no one can touch us kind of attitude. Well, it's just nonsense. Not too physical for him. Farmers League.
You know, like in our days, we'd never listen to people like that. You know what I'm saying?
No.
There's no chance even like.
He wouldn't get a platform. Even though it was like YouTube and that he even came in them times. I don't think he'll get a platform. Like, bruv, don't ever come here again. Because you're talking nonsense, bro. And his school friends will come on and say, bro, this guy was a geek, bro. This man, he gave me dinner money every day. I didn't even have to do anything.
Revenge of the geeks, yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Come out. Nonsense there.
There's no way they're football. Sometimes I listen to these people and think to myself, we play football. This ain't no football talk.
No.
And then, like they talk about the stats and all this stuff on people. This ain't American football, man. You know what I mean?
Bro,
you know what I mean?
he was He was in EastEnders. He was in EastEnders, bro. He was in EastEnders. Rory Jennings. Bro, check it out. He was in EastEnders.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was like.
I knew it,
Philly.
mate. I knew it. Listen, I just guessed what he was, mate. I knew he was part of these kind of people, mate. And then trying to get into football, chatting shit.
And you get some odd. Okay, I like how Americans are coming onto football. I like that. There's some
I like
certain
it,
guys.
but no.
There's a few guys that know their ball, but the thing is, they're using stats so much.
Yeah, it's too much.
Because everyone's using stats here, and the stats. The game that we love, it's not all about stats, bro. It's about the eye. The eye.
It's like when
It's
someone
all about
said,
the eye, watching the play.
I think I don't want to say his name. The girl said it's not always about winning. You know, football. It's not always about winning. So what are you here for, then, bro? Like,
that's the first thing they do.
I'm not
They're
here
winners.
to lose,
You know what I'm
you
saying?
know what I mean? I'm not here to lose, bro. I'm here to win. You know? Like,
bro, like I was telling about the other day about stats, Foz. To be honest, true. Look, if you look, break it down. They keep talking about stats, and I said, when I killed them in this, they would shut up. I said, bro, you know Zidane. You know Zidane didn't have great stats, you know.
Nope,
but he's considered one of the greatest midfielders of all time.
And he is.
And he's that, bro. When it was, let's say, the hardest league in the world at the time, Italian league.
Yeah.
Bro, he barely got 8-9 goals. He barely got 7 assists in the whole season. But he's considered one of the greatest players of all time.
Why? Because he catches the eye.
In this day and age, you're like, oh no, he doesn't. Yeah, in stats, though, the stats. Yeah, he doesn't do. Yeah, come on, man. It's all about stats with these people now, bro. It's all about stats.
It's sad.
You can't define these things on stats. Football,
you know what?
Not defined on stats, bro.
That's what I was just about to say. And like, it's sad because you're not seeing the beauty side of the football.
No,
you know what I'm saying? The beautiful game is watching it and seeing it for yourself and judging it for yourself.
Yeah.
Nowadays, like, all you have to do is get a link on obviously on Google. Just read the stat and you know you're somebody. Come on, man.
Yeah.
It's a
Check
joke.
his stats because his stats, yeah, all of them all say his stats, man. Oh, I'm sorry, man. It creates my skin.
So, question: he says, "Can we actually get Isak, or is that a pipe dream for now?"
We're getting him. We're getting him. I don't care. We're getting him.
We've got to have a belief. We've got to have belief in it. Yeah.
Believe that it's going to happen. Do you know what I mean?
Manifest.
You know what it is, Anton? I think if we don't get him, it won't be the one of like Liverpool trying. They will try their hardest to do it, get it done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, and if we don't get it done, well, that means that Newcastle's paying silly buggers and this and that. But I reckon Liverpool are going to go all out and try and sign him. You know what I mean?
That's what they say they're going to do, like, you know, because he's their top man to get. Their top man.
Dream, innit? They said they call it a dream.
Yeah.
They what they're trying to do, they're trying to make a statement. They're trying to make a statement to say, well, look, you know what? This is a new regime, new everything, and we're going to do things the right way in order for us to sort of like consistently make money. Because what it does, okay, right? It works good for them. Because I was saying before, look, if Liverpool get all their targets, this season, right, and we got all the targets, you know, we got the number 9, we got a DM, we got another winger as well. It looks like Mark Gay's getting really close, right? Yeah. Got all that, right? All they have to do in the next 2 years, it's just buy squad players, fringe players. That's all they do, players. You know what I mean? Yeah. So people that could come in, you know, to take the burden off
as well. Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm getting at? Yeah. Right. And then obviously when Virgil van Dijk and Salah leave, when that happens, then you can sort of like start buying the killers again. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. That's what you do. It's simple. It's very simple.
Yeah, I honestly think like Liverpool's gonna go for him, Ravi. They said in July, and what convinces me about Isak is like what Uncle Roz and Anton said, is a dream signing for Liverpool. That's how they see it, and that could be the finished article in regard to winning the Premier League.
That could be the icing on the cake, as they were saying.
Yeah, winning the Premier League and the Champions League. Yeah, because who can stop a team like that that's got that power? Nobody.
No.
So
You're not stopping anybody.
Huh?
Look, stop you. You're not stopping anybody.
There you go.
You literally, if you've got that firepower, imagine WIRTZ, WIRTZ and Isaac playing in the same team. That's fire, bro.
You got Salah, you got McAllister.
Honestly, if Isaac come, right, Adidas are gonna push that. They're gonna push like I'm telling you, like the Magnificent Four or something. I'm telling you, with Salah, with him. Can you imagine him up front, Salah on the right. Yeah, you got WIRTZ behind.
McAllister.
Bro, Adidas, bro. Adidas will push that, bro. They will do new adverts, bro. Like new adverts out for if Champions League adverts, maybe airport adverts. Bro.
You know what? It's time. Let's speak about Frimpong, guys. You can see 33 games last season, 5 goals and 6 assists. That's not bad for a right back, is it? A right back that can't defend supposedly. So this is what I love about the player.
Just one last thing on Isaac, yeah. One last thing, yeah. If we get Isaac, yeah, I'm gonna wear a t-shirt live saying FSG in.
Yes,
I think even Anton.
I'm with you, brother. I'll get pants. I'll get brief pants and wear them. Pants, white ones, red writing. In, not in my body, but my in like in.
Pause.
I love it, man. Pause that shit, man.
In. I want them to stay, bro.
You asked for it, you got it.
Yeah.
Keep coming, man. We're here for you guys. So use the platform and ask us any questions you want, man. That's what we're here for. All right, Anton. You said you want to do the formation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So give it to me. Goalkeeper, obviously, Alisson, right?
Yeah, Alisson. No, Alisson.
That's really there, isn't it? So Van Dijk is definitely a starter. Konate is definitely a starter, or do you want Gahey there instead?
Just put Gahey there.
Okay, Gahey then.
Better on the ball, better under pressure.
Right back. Frimpong?
Frimi, yeah, Frimi. We call him Frimi.
Frimi in the house. Yes, left back KERKEZ, of course.
Yep.
Sorry, Robo.
Two pivots. That's Gravenberch and McAllister.
Yes, sir. What's Gravenberch?
WIRTZ number 10.
Yes, sir. He's coming. He'll be here.
Salah on the right.
Yes, sir.
In case we get Luis Diaz, we get Luis Diaz there out front.
No, but this is with Isaac in the ideal world.
Oh, with Isaac. Okay, ideal world. Okay, Isaac up front there, bro.
Left, Gakpo or Diaz?
No, do you know I've got there Soboslai.
He can play there.
I've got Soboslai as well to back up for the midfield for balance. As Salah goes too much forward, you know what I'm saying? My man on the left kind of side, you know what I'm saying? And then, I could see that doing wonders. Bro.
And don't forget this guy, this guy thinks, people think he's just a ball playing. He's a hard working.
He's a hard working.
It's a bit like Soboslai, running around like that as well. You know what I mean?
And we could have that. We could have a Hungarian left side.
Oh,
and I can see them working brilliant together, man.
1-2.
Yeah, I can see it working. The chemistry is all over the place for me. It's all beautiful,
and
seamlessly.
Don't forget.
I can see a synergy.
Look at this, Ant. Look at this. Look at the amount of people up, guys. Girls. Look at this. Look at this. McAllister doesn't really stay there all the time, does he? So he's gonna be coming up as well. So that's about how many people they're there. There you go. You got 5 people there,
bro.
And then you got the 2 fullbacks that overlap. They don't do this meaty.
I double dare a team do a low block against that. I double dare.
Imagine that.
I double dare.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do my one. I want to do my one now.
Go on, Unks.
Oh, do my one.
Let me get rid of everyone. Yeah.
You get rid of it.
Obviously, Addison's gonna stay in here.
Addison's gonna stay there. He's gonna stay there.
But guys, we've got to do different formations as well. I mean, like
the free back.
You could even play.
Don't watch that. I'm doing a different formation. Don't watch that. Don't watch that. Don't watch, right? It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice.
Go
All
on.
right, so we've got Allison, yeah?
Yeah.
We've got Allison. Gaye, Van Dijk, Konate. Three at the
Three
back.
at the back.
Yeah, three
Three
at
at
the
the
back.
back. Lord of
Yeah.
mercy.
Mm-hmm.
Three at the back. So Gaye, Virgil, and Konate.
Okay.
Right. Now your wing backs are gonna be Frimpong and KERKEZ.
Where is it? Where is this Hungarian left back? I don't know what number he's getting, so we have to wait.
Yeah.
Who?
I don't know their numbers yet.
Right. So
Yeah.
I'm doing a 3-4.
4 here.
Yeah, 3-4-1-2. Yeah.
Okay.
So the two in midfield, I'm gonna have Gravy
Yeah.
and Callister in midfield.
Lord of mercy. Unks is not mucking about.
No,
So,
I'm not
yeah.
playing. G. I'm not playing. I want that title back at Anfield.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So, WIRTZ number 10.
Okay.
Yeah. Isaac and Salah, your two strikers.
What the hell? That's just full of attacks.
Telling you. Yeah. Listen, nothing ain't getting past you, bro. Nothing ain't getting past you. That's goals there, you know. That's goals left, right, and center. That is goals. You're whopping teams at the end of the day, right? That's what I'm saying. At the day, three at the back would work sometimes. You know what I mean? Certain games you can play three at the back, yeah. But other games you're probably most of the games you're probably
say we're losing the game, the training the game with like 15 minutes to go. I think three at the back and pure and then post the midfield, bro.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So 3-4-1-2 is perfect because what it is at the day, you got Salah and Isaac at the day as your main attackers, and you got balls being whipped in from left, right, in the middle. You just got balls coming in the area. You know what I mean? You know, a lot of these players at the day in midfield are capable of doing a nice through pass. I'm telling you, it's gonna be murder next season, bro. It's murder.
Murderer.
Especially with that you there, the guy there, Giovanni Van Bronckhorst as a number 2. Oh my god.
Yeah. Clever man.
Yeah.
Clever guy, bro.
You know, like you look at Isak, guys. Yeah. Look at the amount of service he will get if he comes to Liverpool. You know, like these are not like stupid players. These are very intelligent players on the pitch. You know what I mean, guys? Especially the number 10s and all that stuff, like McAllister and WIRTZ, and you got Salah, and then you could say Sobostar you could throw in there as well. So
of course,
and then you got the wing backs. You know what I mean? These two are gonna be flying in there. This guy, when he crosses the ball in, he doesn't do like crosses like everybody else. He does the low crosses. You know what I mean, guys? That gives you a chance just to tap it in. That's what I've seen.
Low crosses are vital.
Crosses.
The low crosses are vital.
Yeah. Look around.
They're vital because the defenders are the ones can push them in, and they can hit. Anything can happen with them. You know what I mean? They're vital. Most of the time, you see centre back push them ones in because they're trying to stop the striker from scoring, kind of thing, and they accidentally push it in. You always see it. Every season, you see at least 20 goals, at least, not from one defender. I'm saying for like on the whole, you see one defender a week get a goal like that.
And this guy,
obviously, an own goal.
Yeah, and this guy's like Robertson, isn't he? He loves to do the curling crosses in the 6-yard box, goalkeeper in the defense. All you have to do is just tap it in. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do with these guys. And then you got the intelligence of WIRTZ, People forget how intelligent McAllister is, guys. He could give you those, number 10 kind of passes from deep, onto, space, over the top. Remember what he did for Nunes?
Good player, man. Such a vital player. Vital player. I'll go as far as he's what do you say? He's a part of the heart.
Yeah. Like David Silva, Scholes at Man United, those type of players.
You borrow the ball and you're more likely going to get it back. You can borrow the ball, you're more likely going to get it back.
it's like when you go for a championship, World Cups, or league titles or Champions Leagues, you always need these type of players in your team, like a David Silva's, like a Scholes. Those kind of number 10 short, low center of gravity, take shots from long range and have that passing accuracy at the same time and work hard off the ball. That's what I love about McAllister guys, honestly, man. And that's why I say don't speak about him.
They always go under the radar.
Yes,
always go under the radar.
For example, Anton, if you look at the World Cup, was it a couple of years ago or a year ago? I don't remember exactly. Argentina wasn't winning. They wasn't playing McAllister. I think in the beginning they lost to Saudi Arabia, as I remember.
Saudi Arabia.
They lost.
2-1.
And then Messi said, "We've got to play McAllister." He said, "I need this guy in the team. He will be the difference." As soon as they played him,
and the Saudi people were singing. The Saudi people, "Where's Messi?" At the end, "Where's Messi?"
Yeah, where's Messi? Yeah,
where's Messi? Where's Messi? And take the glasses. Where's Messi? I can't see. Where's Messi?
Yeah, man. McAllister is very important. I always worry if Madrid comes out of nowhere, tries to get him as well, guys.
He is actually, what's the word? He's actually a vein. He's the vein in the body. If you miss a vein in the body, bro, that's you, bro. He's a vein. It pumps the blood, bro, round the whole team, bro.
Yep.
He's a vein. Exactly that. For me.
Goal Ratio says, would you sell Salah end of the season, or let him go on a free after 2 years? That's to you, Uncle Rods and
Would
you sell Salah at the end of this at the end of next season to get finance, or let him go on a free after his 2 years expires?
I think there's always there's been an arrangement in place that he does go on a free. Next 2 seasons, I think he's given the clubs 2 years, because I think what it was, the club wanted him to sign a 3-year contract. But he said, "No, I only want to do 2."
Yeah.
So I think there's already arrangement in place that in next 2 years when his contract is up, he leaves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he would leave with a lot of people's blessing. He would leave.
Oh hell yeah!
He would.
No,
damn. I mean, so
the guy's done his service, bro.
It's like with Virgil van Dijk. There's an arrangement in place that sort of like in two seasons and they leave the club, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that sort of like I'm hoping that Virgil stays around and stays like come to the part of the coaching staff. You know what I mean, like for the youth, and then can get him up to the first team. I'm hoping he stays around.
You mean retires there and becomes a coach? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping that, because like Thing retired 2 days ago, didn't he? Adam Lallana.
Oh yeah.
Him, and, lovely guy, spot on guy, stand up guy as well. He's a real stand up guy. I can never forget the story of what Klopp said when the first day. That's why they liked each other so much. Is that he came up to the boss and said, like, the first day of training, he came up to Klopp and goes, right. What do you want me to do? How do you want me to play? You know what I mean? Straight off, just what do you want me to do? You know what I mean? He didn't moan about the fact that new man just come in and this and that. He said, "Nah, boss, what do you want to do? How do you see me playing?" And they started talking from then. He goes, "I'll see you doing this and I'll see you doing that." And they became good friends, really good. That's why sort of like Klopp kept him around so long, because they're very close friends and that. And that goal he scored. The goal he scored against Man United, that was quality. That was quality. When he tapped it in, and the best thing about it, when he celebrated, he did a knee slide all the way towards the Liverpool. He did it. Like, I was feeling that. Lallana, he's from my town as well. He's from my town. He's one there. But yeah, I would like to see Virgil van Dijk become part of the coaching staff, because I think he's got a lot to offer to the young kids.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Even Salah would be good to become part of the coaching staff. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It'd be good for the kids, isn't it? That's coming to Liverpool.
Yeah, but I think what he wants to go obviously play in Saudi when he finishes. You know what I mean?
But you know what I've said, Unks and Anton. I said, like, every player that wants to, wants the money, the bag. Why don't you just wait until the end of your career? Because Saudi Arabia is always going to be there. USA
That's
is
what I'm
always
saying.
going to be there.
Ronaldo's
Why are you
opened up
rushing?
the gates for everyone.
Just build,
Ronaldo's
just
opened
build,
up the gates.
just build your legacy. You know what I mean? As a footballer, make sure people remember you, and then you could go off to Saudi and places like that and earn the big bucks, like $1 million a week or whatever they're giving out there.
Yeah.
I don't understand this early retirement, as they call it, going at age of 20 Saudi and USA.
It's
And things like
terrible for me.
money. It's been bad.
Terrible for me, that one.
You know, Cristiano Ronaldo signed another contract with Al Nassr, innit? Al Nassr.
Yeah, he's 40 years old, my friend.
Do you know what it is? Yeah. Do you know how much he's getting a week?
Go on.
178 million a week.
Huh?
178 million he's getting a week, bro.
You sure? I swear, it's in that
Listen,
like the year.
Look on Sky Sports, because
Anton, they don't do years. There's no tax. There's no tax, my friend.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's so many perks that he's getting as well, right? He's even getting use of a private jet.
Goodness gracious.
You know what I mean?
Saudi. That's why he said, I love Saudis, isn't it?
Yeah, because the fact that he's getting money. He's getting money. I think he's getting something like 500 million a year or something like that.
Lord of mercy.
Do you know what I mean?
He's not getting money. He's not getting money. He's getting bank. They give him bank every week.
Yeah.
Bank. There's a bank. There you go.
That's it. That's it
Because
for
he-
the future of his whole family, mate. You know what I mean?
Didn't he win the league with his he won the league in Saudi, didn't he? Did he win the
He
league?
won it.
Oh, yeah.
No, I don't think he's won anything there. It's like once on.
Who won it there? Was it
President
Firmino's team? Was it
Yeah.
Firmino's?
President Cup. When I was one, something like that. President Cup, like a friendly cup. He won. He ain't really won anything there. He keeps finishing second or third.
Listen, he's getting a bag and a half, Anton.
Yeah, he's getting the joke money, man.
Yeah, current champions are Al Hilal, so Etihad, the Benzema team.
All right, but wasn't one of those
Like
teams?
in the others.
Okay, which one's Firmino in?
I think they won the Champions League, didn't they?
Al Hilly, yeah. The
Etihad, isn't it? Or whatever it's called.
yeah.
But
Etihad.
he's getting some stupid amounts of money, bro.
Mhm.
It's horrible, man. The amount of money he's getting, boy, he's gonna be a billionaire.
Yeah, of course.
That's the whole
When he
point.
finishes for football, he'll be a billionaire. I'm telling you. 'Cause
He
then
probably already is.
yeah,
Yeah.
he could even go to thinking. I reckon he'll probably do another year or two in Saudi and then go to Inter Miami. So,
Yeah, 100%. As for the question from goal ratio, would you sell Salah next season or let him go in a free 2 years? I'll let him go for free, bro. I think Salah is one of those players that you still need around the football club. Even, you're not going to get a lot of money for him, even if you sell him anyway. At his age, it's very difficult to get a lot of money for him. So I'd rather keep him, my friend, and for another 2 years. Because, in the modern day football, players stay around for a long, long time. I mean, look at Messi, look at Ronaldo, look at Mane, look at all these other guys. They're still going strong. So, yeah. I'd rather keep him for another 2 years. While he's here, it's like Uncle Voss said, still get those players that's going to replace them so they could learn under them while they're still
Exactly
yeah.
Exactly that.
Yeah,
He's
so
been playing
yeah,
for a long time, man.
100%.
Like that Japanese player. Was it Miura? Miura is 53 years old. He's still balling in Japan.
Very much, that's my lineup, guys. I'm not obviously. I'm gonna. Like Anton said, the three at the back done me in back in the day, man. I used to buy those. Dumb I used to buy Jamie Redknapp tops, man. I can't believe it. It is what it is, and I mean, I used to. Couldn't help myself. Yeah. So that's my lineup. If everybody, we bought everybody. So you look at the creativity side. Because Van Dijk can create from the back. You know what I like about this team, guys? Thinking about it in a kind of way. Normal circumstances, like when teams face us, they line up in a certain way to stop us, in it.
Yeah.
The likes of Salah or probably Gakpo on the left. But if you look at this team, there's threat from every direction. So you can't stop anybody. You can't double up on Salah anymore. So you know what I mean? So the burden has been taken off those players that's always been marked.
The reins have been taken off Salah.
So as I said, even with this formation, guys, please hit the likes for me if you can as well. what I like about it is the gang in it. It's going to be a gang in the box, man. Look how many people are going to be in there while these fullbacks are going up every time. You know, you're gonna see Trent and Robertson again like the old days, up and down the pitch. That's come back now. Look how many players are already up there, guys. This is, you know those teams that bore you to death and they always, play deep line defending and all that stuff. That's no longer going to be, an issue. I mean,
that's gonna be irrelevant, bro. If they feel like you're gonna sit back and get touched up, sit back and get touched up. I'm telling you, they're better off. They're better off trying to play, because I wouldn't like you to be defending every minute of the game with WIRTZ and Salah. Are you mad? And Isak, what?
You know what I like about this, Anton and Unks, right? We might see a lot of shots outside of the box as well the next season. We don't see a lot of that in the Premier League anymore, do we? But if you look at the type of players that we have, like McAllister, Soboslai, WIRTZ and Salah, they like to take shots from outside the box. Even Gakpo, look at Gakpo's goals last season. Edge of the box, cutting in from the left, always in the top corner, and the other side of the goalkeeper, obviously the left-hand side. So you're going to see a lot of shots from outside the box. If you watch WIRTZ, like his goals, majority of them are outside the box. He's very good at that. And this is why Man City fans wanted him to replace De Bruyne, because they called him the next De Bruyne. But he's joining Liverpool instead. So, yeah, man, lots of dominance, man. And, the average age is going to come down as well, guys. Don't forget that. Like, it's going to be from, what is it? How many, what's the age rate now? Like 26? It's going to go back to 23, 24. So, yeah, man. It's gonna be sick next season. I'm telling you guys. I'm looking forward to this. I don't expect us to play the same type of football of last season as well. Don't forget that. It's gonna be. There's a reason they're buying the players early, is because they want to get the preseason. Everybody together at the start of the preseason. So when you got everybody together at the start of the preseason, it gives you when you start the season, it gives you that elevation. You know what I mean? To just go on a run of games, not losing, just keep winning. So because you already have the formations in your head, the tactics from the managers and his coaching staff, everything is already set for you, because that helps a lot. Last season, we didn't have that, because the players came back from international football in the last game of the preseason, Seville at home. So it was there was a reason we was playing the football that we was playing last season, because they didn't have those tactical faults and all that stuff that they could have in the preseason. But now they could do that, set every formation that they could do next season. Even if the games are difficult, we'll find a way to beat those teams that we couldn't beat last season. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm really, really looking forward to the plan next season. I honestly think we're gonna play like exciting football. It ain't gonna be boring. Let me just put it that way. What do you think, Anton?
Exactly what you're saying, man. The possibilities are endless. For me, again, I've been jotting down some formations, bro. I'm just smiling as I'm writing it down. I'm thinking
that's quite that's a formation.
Yeah, remember we said about that three at the back thing, but Gravenberg is the one through the middle. VVD right on the side of the left, Guehi on the right.
You just gave me an idea.
McAllister, Soboslai and Maka in the midfield, KERKEZ and Frimpong wing backs.
Check.
WIRTZ and Salah as 10s, and Isak up top.
You know what's impressive about this, Anton?
Christmas tree.
You know what's impressive about
the Christmas tree,
you know what's impressive about this formation, guys? Like these players that we see on the graphic, yeah. They're all like an army Swiss knife. They could play different positions. They're not one position players. So if we need to do like 3 in midfield, McAllister can be like a DM, and WIRTZ can just drop in like the old days. You know what I mean? Mane, Salah, and Firmino. So he could like come slightly deeper, and when he comes slightly deeper, these guys are always going to be free going up in it. So he's taking one of the centre backs, or 2 of them. I don't know. Whatever happens, isn't it? And you've got space right here where these 2 players can get into and score goals. I mean, you're only going to face one centre back anyway, if you know what I mean. So this is what I'm saying. Like, you could do multiple stuff with these players, and it's good to have that. You know what I mean? It opens up all those difficult games that we struggle with. If you look at last season, PSG, like it was a difficult game away.
Yeah.
Now we beat them obviously away by 1-0.
Yeah.
And they dominated us. The batter, that's Alisson was the man of the match.
Yeah.
This time around, I don't think they could dominate us as much as they did. I think we were better off.
No. I think we play that formation, or I'll just put it out there. I feel like we'll turn them up, man. Honestly, we've got everything you need. As you said, Army Swiss, man. The whole team is Army Swiss.
And switch around, you know what I mean? Do you remember Man United the way Anton Uncle was last season? Like, we would beat them 3-0. Everybody thought Gravenberch was going to be the one that's sitting in front of the defense, but it wasn't.
Yeah,
it was actually McAllister that was sitting there. Gravenberch was the one who's making those runs in these areas where Van Dijk and McAllister and Konate can give him the ball. As soon as he got the ball, turns around and goes forward. And that's how we got the goal.
Yeah.
I mean, so
Trent let us down though.
Yeah. Who's that?
Yeah, Trent, man, let us down that game, man. He was way out of position, blood. All the goals that played.
No, this is a 3-0 game. This is a 3-0 game. I'm talking about the first game.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I was telling you.
It's still a stake anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying, Anton and Unks. Like these players, bro, guys, if you can see what I see, when I study these players, like, you know, they can play any position, man. They don't care. You know what I mean? And they'll still be the best player on the pitch, no matter what.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, and you know, people misunderstand with WIRTZ. They think he's just a number 10. Nah, man, he could play part of a 3. You know what I mean? He could play out wide. He could play on the right. You know, I've seen him do that. He could play as a false 9 if you have to. You know what I mean? And,
he's so clever, man.
Isak, I've seen Isak play as a number 10 before. You know what I mean? I've seen him play out wide. There you go. So you got Gakpo, played out front before, played in midfield before, plays out wide, played on the right. There you go. You know what I mean? Salah's a different story. You know what I mean? He's the best right winger in the world, so we can't really argue with him. He can play as a right winger. He could play as a wing back. He could play as a full back. Same with KERKEZ. KERKEZ was actually a striker when he first started.
Yeah.
That's how he can finish.
He's got a twin brother, innit? He's got a twin brother who plays for Milan.
So he could play anywhere along those lines.
Oh, you got a brother plays for Milan?
Twin brother.
Is he?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Sick, guys. Absolutely sick stuff, man.
I think he played for Milan. I don't know if he plays for them now, but he played for Milan.
Yeah, man. Man. And then you pick off Gakpo, guys, and then you bring on Diaz if he's still at the top.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Gakpo's still there, bro. I forgot about Mister. I'm sorry, Gakpo, wherever you're at there, bro. Huh? The brother.
Is he good?
Yeah, he looks decent. I think he's a midfielder.
Yeah. And then you forgot about Szoboszlai, you know what I mean? Szoboszlai can you could even have this. You know what I mean? You could even have the 2 best passes probably with WIRTZ in midfield. He can play as a DM, and Szoboszlai can be the central midfielder. You know what I mean? And these 2 can swap sometimes as well.
Yeah.
You can go up there.
Honestly, that midfield looks just cold,
disgusting, mate. Disgusting. Szoboszlai on form, he's got more talent than everybody else, in my opinion. If he does what he can do,
bro. The potential for me, his potential is high. Honestly, when I said that, I do believe there is something there that I'm telling you. It reminded me of what's his name, De Bruyne.
Yes,
very similar. Honestly, when he got
when
belief
we
in
bought
himself.
him, what did you think? Be honest, mate.
When I bought him,
did you?
I was happy, man. I was like, yeah, I'm sure that if he unlocks his potential, this guy can do wonders for us.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
He just needs to flipping shoot more instead of dilly-dallying. Got a great shot. Yeah. Both feet as well. Both feet shooting.
People forget, you know, McAllister played as a DM for Klopp. You know what I mean? In his first season. So you could just switch around, man. Switch around.
Yeah, that's what midfielders used to do back in the day. Go up, go down, whatever. You understand?
I even seen Szoboszlai play as a DM against Wolverhampton. I mean, they could do this, they could do that. Look, that's what you got at your disposal, man, guys. This is what I'm saying. Like, you could change up. You don't have to be the same old thing. If things don't work out, change it up in the game instead of making substitutions all the time and losing, you know, players.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it's true. It is true, though. Sometimes they wait too late to change it up and that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
change it up on the pitch. sometimes change it up on the pitch. Forget about substitutions. Don't lose big players, man. Change it up on the pitch.
Yeah,
Exactly.
because I think sometimes what happens with some of the times they change it up is like I think they leave themselves too open.
Yeah.
I mean, they leave themselves too open and sort of like, you know, like he will pay back like 2-6-1 or some shit like that. Taking them to defenders and putting attackers, and I think like you know he took off a defender. I think what game was it some game anyway. He took off defender like Kanate and
Yeah.
Gravenberch in the centre back position.
Yeah, grab it back in the centre.
yeah,
He
not
done
with
a
that.
few games,
And
actually. Not in the
it was
Forest.
the ball.
And
Yeah, but
Yeah, it was the ball play.
it happened against Crystal Palace, didn't it? And he got sent off.
Yeah. You got Chiesa. You had Chiesa almost as an attacking left back. I'm thinking, what the hell is that?
Yeah. It's sick, man. And you know, like people are disrespecting these players. Like I know WIRTZ has come in, but these are the players that actually won you the Premier League. You know what I mean? If you look at you're forgetting that, like you still got those players that won you the Premier League. If you look at this, you know, team, like Robbo's still there. You know what I mean? Bradley's, forget about the snake, he's gone, but Bradley's still there, you know what I mean, and all that stuff. So you know, you still got players that's won the Premier League still at the football club. Look,
Yeah, true.
Change it up. You know, like
At least
players
we got no more. At least we got no more snakes though.
yeah, man.
Snakes and
No,
ladders.
shed his skin and start talking Spanish.
Nah, he's a Clark, man. Clark.
Yeah.
No, we can't have them people around us. Can't
You
have
forget
people.
that. We still got these players there, guys. Like these players are still
true.
out of just won the Premier League, and people not talking about them. They won you the Premier League. Don't forget, guys. And I mean, I know there's new toys in town, but don't forget the old ones, man.
Yeah.
And you know they won the Premier League by a canter. They didn't win the Premier League, struggling to get there. They won it, and they're already celebrating in Ibiza and bloody Dubai. I mean, while everybody's still playing.
I know.
Hey guys, would you keep Elliot? No. Elliot might up his game.
I'll keep Elliot.
Start studying the game. He's doing well in under 21s, isn't he?
But he's always done well in under 21s, bro. It's not the first time.
Yeah, true.
To be fair, I will keep Elliot. I would keep Elliot. I think he'll be a good squad player. Just say it, and day you'll get a load of games at the day, right?
Yeah.
I have no fear with that, but like I would definitely keep Elliot. No doubt about that. Definitely, he's on my books. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know you like him. I know you like him.
No, because he's a sort of player. You bring him in the last 15 minutes, yeah. And he goes, "Go on, son, run at him. Just run at him."
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I'll create something.
Exactly. Remember when he came on against Newcastle in the Carabao Cup? He created something, didn't he?
Yeah.
That's a good pass for Chiesa, and Chiesa just smacked in the back of the net. I thought we might go on and figure it, like win, at least force it to penalties and shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But this wasn't our day. But like, to be fair, do you know what I mean? It's like I would keep Elliot. I don't see the point in getting rid of him, really.
No, it's not getting rid of him, Monks. It's by the player's choice, isn't it? Like if he wants to make it into the World Cup team next season, he has to start playing. He can't be sitting on the bench
regularly.
No, I can understand
those guys, and the players that won the Premier League still there. Where's Elliot going to fit in there?
No, I can understand that. I can understand that. But one thing you don't want to do with the players that you're bringing in, you don't want to burn them out too soon. And I think, I think really and truly, there's still a good portion of games that Harvey Elliott can play.
Maybe,
you know what I mean? And I just think getting rid of a player like that at the moment, for me, I think is a bit premature. It's a bit premature to do that. But like, look, if they do get, obviously move them on, right? I want them to sort of like say, yeah, right, you know what? I want you to sort of like bring in somebody. Bring in somebody at the day sort of like better than sort of like Harvey Elliott. Show me at the day that sort of like you was looking at somebody else that's better than him, and you can bring in something better than him. Do you know what I mean? You know, but like if
you know what it is, Unks? I think the team is too quick for him. You know what I mean? If you look at him, he struggles to get back. He struggles to get forward. He's a good passer of the ball, but his running ability is just not suited
for me, he's physically inept. He's not as strong as everyone else.
We love the guy. He's a great kid.
Yeah, I love the guy.
Sometimes we've got to get rid of the sentimentality of players. Just tell the truth.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure if it comes down to sentimentality. I honestly think, to me, there's still a space for him in the squad. I mean, because you know, if you move the guy on, fair enough, you move the guy on, but you're gonna have to be able to bring in somebody, right, that is actually better than him. Now, if that's the plan of what you want to do, well then fair enough. You bring in somebody that's better than him. But like, I can see a world in days of like, you know, Harvey Elliott goes and they probably won't bring in anybody better than him. So then at the day, what you're then doing at the day is you're leaving yourself short. You know what I mean? You are leaving yourself short because something like Harvey Elliott is still a useful guy in the team. Do you know what I mean?
The thing is, you can't keep a player that wants to go. You know what I mean?
No.
I can see that from him. He's gonna say,
no. Like I said, he wants to play first team football, man.
Well, hold on. I understand the situation. That's what I'm saying. And if you look at the situation, there is still a large portion of games that he can play in the squad. It's up to sort of like Arnie Stark and the coach staff to say, well, look, you know what I mean? I can fit you in this amount of games. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it's up to them. But if you got like the manager that doesn't really fancy the player, do you know what I mean? Pause. If he doesn't really, you know what I mean, hasn't took it to player, well, then at the day he's not going to get that chance to even see if that is a possibility. I think they've already made their mind up of like for a long time of what they want to do in relation to Harvey Elliott. So he's gonna go no matter what. But I'm just saying that if this guy goes, I want to see Liverpool and they bring in somebody at the end of the day better than him. Like say, well, look, you know what? All right,
they already have.
Yeah,
WIRTZ plays in that.
No, WIRTZ is not that guy. That's the that sort of like is the upgrade from Harvey, and there's no way because
they play attacking midfield.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say, if you look at WIRTZ and you look at sort of like Harvey Elliott, right? WIRTZ is levels above than Harvey Elliott, so that's not really. And they sort of like to say, well, look, you know, we're bringing in WIRTZ because Harvey Elliott's going. No, sorry, you bring in WIRTZ and they because like Sabozlai's leaving or McAllister's leaving. Do you know what I mean? Or even worst case, even still, right? Jota. Do you know what I mean? That's WIRTZ and Harvey Elliott. It's like when Mark Gay. That's what I always believe at the day. Mark Gay is more of a sort of like a Kanati upgrade than what though he is a Kwanzaa.
Big up.
Yeah, big up Liverpool chat. He's more of obviously a Kanati upgrade than having sort of like a Kwanzaa upgrade. Because the thing is about it, if they want to upgrade Kwanzaa, all they have to do is just pick someone for the under-23s and bring them in. Yeah, you don't go out and buy Mark Gay to upgrade for Kanati because his levels up there. Do you know what I mean? You know, he's played more bloody first team games than what Kwanzaa has, and the same with WIRTZ. He's like over the last 2 seasons, he's played more and probably won more than what Harvey is. So it's not really like Harvey Elliott upgrade. I'm just thinking that you know what? You wanna move Harvey Elliott along, fair enough, at the end because listen, at the day, we're not in charge of the team. None of us.
No, we're not. Look, listen,
bring me somebody, another young talent at the end of the day that is an upgrade from Harvey Elliott, and we're good.
I don't know if they're gonna do that, but I think he's gonna be moved on. The thing, I understand what you're saying, Unks. Like you don't compare. A big up Jamie Phillips, by the way, because this new YouTube thing is putting names in a weird way, so we don't even know who they are. It's weird. That was Jamie, by the way. That was on there. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what YouTube is just going mad.
He must have changed his name,
the
bro.
names have all changed. Yeah. In regards to Harvey Elliott, the thing is, he was not even getting picked last season. You know what I mean? So he's down the pecking order, no matter what happens. Anyway, even if he stays, so he's not gonna. I don't know how many games he could get next season, especially with Curtis Jones plays in the same position. You've got obviously WIRTZ, you've got Soboslai, you know what I mean, and you've got McAllister, you've got Salah that plays on the wing, and you've got obviously these are the kind of players, the places he plays. So it's going to be difficult for him no matter what. But like I said, it's up to the player in a way. He can stay and fight for his position. If he can surprise the coach, he will stay, of course, and all that stuff. But I've got a feeling he's going to say it's time to play somewhere else. I could get first team football to get into the England team eventually to go to the World Cup. So this is what he's going to be thinking about, you know what I mean, and all that stuff. But yeah, about the Google says 190 million spent, sign 80 million Gehi Osman. And what do you think of Osman, man? Because I'm sure you watch him. Like, do you rate him?
Osman is he's decent, mad fast. It reminds me of like a new version of Eto.
Yeah.
Not as good though. Not as good. But like they all finish with a toe punt and don't care. They don't give a shit. They don't need to do side foot. You know, so they score a goal. I score a goal, boss. I score a goal. Yeah, he's and he's physical. He's fast. He's not mad tall or anything like that, but he's mad quick, and he sniffs at goals, bro. So, and you know what? I think it'd be a nice price. I don't think it'd be a lot mad major money for him. I thought it's about 75 million or something like that, isn't it?
Yeah, but if Darwin Núñez is going there, he could come the other way if they want to do it.
Yeah. I don't think they're trying to do a swap thing. Napoli, they're doing a weird one. They're doing a weird one, bro. So it's a weird one. I'm sure they've come as Liverpool one, all them man there, and doing negotiations right now. They're clever, man. I'm sure they threw that in. They're like, no, we want Núñez. We want to buy him, but we don't want to swap with Osterman.
Yeah.
Osterman's at Galatasaray on loan still, kind of thing. I don't know what they're doing, but yeah, I'm sure they exhausted that part already.
Yeah, he's saying like swap Chiesa, Núñez to Tsimikas, 50 million.
Yeah, I heard that as well, and the 17 million on top.
Yeah,
it's a joke. It's a joke, bro. Chiesa as well as Núñez and 17 million. Then you get Osimhen, bro. We get bumped, bro. That's bump.
Yeah, man.
I'll say yeah to them, and then give them £17.
£17.
And then if they try and take me to court, I say that I think you're taking the piss. So I thought he was joking. So I played along with the joke. That's why? Are you serious, man? They're two useful players, man. I know, not the most useful, but they're gonna get you a goal or two. I'm sure. Núñez will get you a goal in Serie A.
Yeah, man.
He might reinvent his football career there. Because he is terrible.
Steve says to the panel, what's the cheaper option for FSG, i.e. keeping Konate or sell him to replace him?
That's a good question,
man.
I think listen, you know what it is in the days. It's like, I think I don't want to sort of like another situation, obviously, with Trent. I don't want that again.
Yeah.
Oh, hell no.
You know what I mean? And as much as I rate Konate, I like him as a human being and as a player.
I like him as a human being as well.
You know what I mean? I just think at the end of the day, sort of like, if you're not going to sign a contract by a certain time, well, then I'm sorry, you either A, sign a contract, B, agree to go on a transfer list, or C, go on the under 23s until the end of the season. See,
yeah,
it's true that we can't have a situation where a player wants to run down his contract.
It's like what Scottish Bear said, Uncle. Let me just add on to what you're saying. Scottish Bear said, like, if we keep doing this, majority of the players of Liverpool is going to keep doing the same thing every single season. So that's the worrying part, and he's right 100% in that.
Exactly, because look what's happened. There you go. Trent's done it. Yeah,
Yep.
Trent has done it. Now he wants to do it.
Yeah.
If the reports are right, now he wants to do it.
Mhm.
So who's next after that?
Exactly.
Who's next? So like you have to set a precedent to say, well, look, rightly, you know what, right? Yeah, you was too late to set a precedent last time with Trent. You pussyfoot around with Trent. Yeah. So like now is a situation where you have to say, well, look, rightly, you know what? We're not standing for this. Kanate, what you doing? Oh, I don't know, but listen, right, you got 3 choices. 1, sign a contract extension, and we can negotiate the money and this and that, right?
Mm.
Yeah. 2, and then day, if you're not going to sign a contract, you're going on a transfer list, and the first appropriate offer we get for you, you're going. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Or 3, you're rotting the under 23s. Rotting the under 23s until the end, until you can run down your contract down there.
There
Do you know
you
what I mean? Because you're affecting
Yeah, true.
us. Do you understand what I'm saying? You know, because
100%.
Yeah.
we can't have that. I mean, as much as I like a player, yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, we can't have that same situation again. What? Straight after Trent thing, we got that same situation.
Yeah. It'd be embarrassing for us.
Then what's going to happen? And then Diaz is going to do it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Diaz is going to
Embarrassing
do
for
it.
us.
So then, if you let that go, there, right? We have it'd be like the summer or 2 or 3 years ago when we had 4 players going on a free. Matip, Chamberlain,
Thiago.
Naby Keita, and Thiago. All 4 of them went on a free. On a free. Was it Goxley Chamberlain cost us
40
35
million.
million? Then you
45.
had
Yeah.
no, 35 is 25. Then you had what's it called? Naby Keita, 53 million. You had how much was Thiago? Was it 15 million or something like that?
20 something, 25, I think.
25 million.
Yeah.
I mean, that's 100 million there, you know.
Exactly.
That's over 100 million there, bro. You know what I mean? Because Matip didn't cost us nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You understand? The only person that should be going and they on a free should have been Matip because he never cost us anything. You understand?
Yep.
The rest of the day we should have got money for. Do you know what I mean? So we can't have that again, man. Fuck all that, man. And now, and as well, right? Furthermore than that, right?
Mm-hmm.
They need to start sorting out their contracts early. We can't have players going into the last year of their contract and we just running around like headless chickens trying to sort it out.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
There's a lot of defects there, innit, man? Like the amount of like shit we're doing in regards to things like that it's not right for a football club that sells to buy. It's not the right way of going about it with things.
No,
like
it's not.
Not the right way, man. It's shit. It's shit, man. I mean, once a day, you just hit the nail on his head. Sell to buy, yeah. You don't make nothing. You didn't make nothing. Oh, you didn't. Only you made off Trent and Date, right? Was like 8 million, and they only paid you that because of the World Cup thing this season. If not, they wouldn't have paid you nothing.
Exactly.
They would have said like, all right, then you know what, Trent, just stay till July and everything that, and then come to us.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's all it would have said. That's all it would have said. You know what I mean? And now they're trying it again with bloody Kanate. They're trying to win with Kanate and everything that, right? Do you know what I mean? So what's going to happen in about a year or so time, right? They're going to be after McAllister.
Exactly.
You're going to tell McAllister to run down the contract. Somebody needs to punch them up.
They're trying to make us little brother, innit? That's what they're trying to do.
Yeah, man. Trying to pull us off, man. Like they want to take our lunch money.
Yeah, guys. As you can see on the screen, obviously we did the smart formation. Uncle Ross done his formation, and Anton done his formation. If you're watching this back, please like the channel. Please subscribe to Uncle Ross. It's right below in the description section. His channel, all that stuff. We will be back very, very soon. Obviously, doing some more streams as well, guys. And panel shows back. I'm doing this on a regular again. Afternoon shows, morning shows, evening show, whatever. We're doing everything on this channel. So please just support us as much as you can. We're on the road to 3,000 on this channel. Unks, how many are you on now?
I am on. Let me just check. Let me just check from.
Can't stand him. He's way ahead of me, man. It's not fair.
Stop that.
Mhm.
Stop that. The app that he gave me the other day told me to use the YouTube Studio one. It's quite good actually, you know. I didn't realize how good it was. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
there you go, man.
All right, 4,869.
Stop it, man. Why are you doing that to us, man? Big up Justin. My my wish list: Isak, Gehi, Fofana. I don't know who that is. Emery. Who's this kid?
Yeah, Zaya Emery. I've heard a lot about this guy, you know. In the last
Turkey?
couple of days, I've heard a lot about this guy. I think he plays for
PSG.
PSG, innit? Innit? It's PSG, innit?
Mm.
What is he, a winger or a midfielder? Anton.
Sorry?
What is he, a winger
Okay,
or
Let
midfielder?
me just check. Yeah.
Sorry? Who? Sorry, 1 second. We'll just.
Guy,
I'll check.
guy.
Give me 1 second.
Emery is a centre midfielder. But
Yeah.
I think he can operate on as a winger as well.
Mm.
I think he can attack in midfield. So when you attack in midfield, I'm sure you can go out left or right footed, don't he?
He's quite good. He's supposed to be very good.
Yeah. He's only
He's supposed
what,
to be good,
19 as well, Unks. He's 19 as well.
Yeah,
Very
he's
young.
supposed to be a very good young prospect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know?
Yeah.
Because remember at the day, you know, what PSG have changed their sort of like module. They're getting young bucks. You know what I mean? Like, so
Yeah.
I know what I mean, and a lot of good like that guy. They're is it right back they got Nuno Mendes,
Yeah.
the Portuguese.
That's the
guy.
left back.
Is he left back? Okay, left back.
Yeah, Hakimi's right back.
Yes, you're right. You're right.
Salabou is a central midfielder.
And he's good at Nuno Mendes. It's good.
Mm.
Good. He's got a brilliant goal for Portugal the other day, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good goal.
Big up ballers, man. I hope everything's well with you. Yeah. Guys, so before we go, what let me just hang on. There's I think there a question from Ravi in it. Yeah. Thoughts on how the communication will be in the team next season? I think very intelligent conversations are going to happen on the pitch, bro. As I said earlier, this is from my obviously perspective. I think we'll be much better as a team than we was last season on the ball and off the ball, if you know what I mean. And you know, you're going to see exciting football. I don't think Arne Slot had enough time to implement his ideas last season, so this time he will have it, you know, ready for us. So expect different type of football, exciting football, more goals, more creativity, more team build up, and you know, more expensive than last season as well. We're not going to concede a lot of goals either, so I'm looking forward to that. What about you, Anton?
We'll have the ball. We'll have the ball in their half more of the time, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know, so it'd be silly again, like I said, it'd be silly to do a low block against us.
Yeah.
And you got to try and be brave, man, and try and get the ball when you can and try and attack. Don't sit back because them guys look like an open up a tin of beans, bro. Yeah.
Let's say like that.
WIRTZ, he looked like he can open up a tin of beans. I'm telling you, yeah. I'm telling you. WIRTZ looks like he can open your bank account without you knowing, bro. How do you get that money at?
Stop that.
Do you know what
it is? I'll go give you this one, mate. You gotta have that one. You gotta have that one.
The thing is about it, I honestly feel, if we win our first 10 games, right?
Yeah.
I think we win the league.
Yeah.
Because look at that. First 10.
Unks, we can't do that head-to-head things, man. We just can't. We always get screwed
up.
over.
Because if we win our first 10 games, that's 30 points already.
There you go.
That's 30 points already. I feel at the end of the day, so if we can win our first 10 games in the league, right? Yeah. And you know me, innit? You know what I said already at the day, right? I'm more interested in winning the league than anything else. You know what I mean? Yeah. I've said that. But if we can win our first 10 games, I reckon we go and win the league.
Yeah.
I honestly do.
A lot of people are touting us to win the league, you know, already straight away.
Huh?
A lot of people are touting us to win the league. Even like rival fans are touting us to win the league. Like they're saying it, it's like with a sad face as well. I love it.
You know what? If we start,
sad faces.
if we're winning a certain amount of games, right, in October, I'm literally gonna book my Airbnb, right, and I'm gonna book one. So obviously, book one with a cancellation. You know, I'm gonna get a cancellation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'll do that, and then obviously, if we don't get through, I'll just cancel it. But if we do get through, listen, I'm spending 3 days up there.
That sounds like a plan, you know. Bro, sounds like a real plan.
I'm getting an Airbnb, right? I'm gonna get so I'll go up the day before the last game of the season, right? I don't really care if I get into this I get a ticket for the last game. What I'll do, I'll just go outside Anfield where the celebration. Did you see the celebrations outside Anfield? Did you see it? It's amazing, right? And then what I'll do that day is just like next day, get up bright and early, and go to the parade, right? Go back to the sort of like Airbnb. Then in the morning, get on a train. Bob's your uncle, bet his yarn.
That sounds like a really wicked plan.
Yeah,
inshallah, God willing, man, that would be good.
That's what
Inshallah, bro. Inshallah.
Do you know Jamie Phillips? Yeah, you asked him. Yeah, Jamie Phillips. He ordered his Airbnb for October. You know.
Really? Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, he ordered his.
That's done, mate. That's done, bro.
Yeah, so on the day, well, obviously, you know, when it come around to the parade of the day, he just kicked back. He knew it was good. He knew it was good.
That is a done, man.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm done for the day. I've got to get ready for work. Unks, when are you next on, mate?
What are you doing? You doing nights tonight? Or
no,
days?
days. I only got a couple of hours left. Emre is like Jones is saying about the Google. Nah, if he's like Jones, allow it, bro.
Don't give Fozi nightmares.
Yeah, man, I can't do Jones, man. Emre can compete with Gravenberch. Okay, I'll take that. Ballers says CL over Prem this season for me. Well, you'd rather take the Champions League over the Premier League. What about 21, bro? You'll be out on your own with both Champions League and the Premier League. I'll take both. I'll take both.
I'll take both. I'm not being greedy. I don't want both.
Yeah, I'll take both. Yeah, I'll take both. But like, the league's top of my list. But I'll take both.
Trudon says got to start the league well because City are not messing about. You can't judge them on the FIFA World Club Cup, mate. I mean, okay, it's great, but everybody's scoring about double the goals than that damn thing, man.
Look at the fucking teams.
Rubbish, man.
Look at the teams that's in there.
I can't believe people watch that. Me and Uncle Ross sat through a game, Anton. Messi, I think it was Messi versus that Egyptian team.
Yeah,
the first game, and it was the slowest game. We couldn't wait to go to sleep. It was so bad.
No, I was nearly falling asleep on the screen. It was so boring, Anton. I was nearly falling asleep on the screen. I had to just like fix up myself. No,
on the screen, on the screen.
No, listen, you know what it is, right? Never want to go through that experience again.
No, I'm not doing it in the moment. Watch along was enough because it's a new competition. I thought, let me give it a go.
Yeah, why not?
Not doing it again. Baller says Champions of Europe is a different feeling. It is, bro. It is. But being 21 and away from that crappy team, Manchester United, that's another good feeling, isn't it? So you'll be at the top on your own. There's no one going to touch you. That's the whole point of the
top of echelons.
We will concentrate on the Champions League whenever we can because this team is young, 22-year-olds all over the place. So they've got another 5 to 6 years to go. You know what I mean? So we could, and not only that, Real Madrid, I don't know how many have they got, Uncle Rosen and 14, 15? Yeah. So 5 of those are 5 of those are like false in a way. Let's be honest about it. So
we know.
Number 4, we catch them up. That's another thing as well. And sorry, Uncle, when is your next stream, please?
I'm not doing nothing tomorrow. I Sunday night, 9:30. New show. Sunday night vibes, and it's gonna be me, N90. It's gonna be on there. Footy Racks is gonna be on there. In Discuss and Sunshine, all the way from America is going to be on there as well. We're just going to be chopping up, man. Just chopping up and
Big up,
But
man.
another place to what the week's football, to be honest. Do you know what I mean?
100%. Trudon says we haven't retained it in nothing since the 80s. I want back-to-back titles. Me too, bro. So does
Right.
Uncle Ross, and so does Anton as well. Smash the likes, as the gentleman says. Smash the likes. Appreciate that, Scottish Bear. Got to watch wages. So wages budget at times pay rise due for Konate and Diaz. I hope they stay, bro. We all want that, man. Reports in Scotland, Robbo is open to signing a new contract with reduced wages. We'll see, bro. We will see, Mr. Scottish Bear. Please, guys, go to this channel, which is Bajan Barnes. He's doing his stream right now. The Friday, what do they call it? The Friday night live. Please go and support my brother over there. Let him know that we send you guys over there, and we will be back tomorrow. I'm always back every day nowadays, so I could be back with a different, maybe Anton and Uncle Rose with different people. You never know.
Why not?
So we'll discuss further football. Let's discuss our rivals, like who's going to be challenging us next season, and what is the threat next season. You know what I mean, and things like that. So
threat level.
Yeah, the threat level, man, is going up. It's going up. All right, guys. What's this? Somebody's the last comment. Let me just put it up there. Where is it? I can't see it, but okay, it's not coming up on my thing. But anyway, guys, like, share, subscribe, and thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this. We're gonna come back on a regular basis. Let's just put it that way. You two don't go anywhere for a second. Let me just put this in there. Take care, everybody. Like, share, subscribe. You want to check me? Right below, comments below, and I'll obviously respond to you as soon as possible. Take care, everybody.
Yeah.